welcome everybody to the CPL Premier League. I do have quite a tough voice tonight. I've been cold for the last few days, and hopefully I'm gonna get out of it in the next few days. But we gotta do what we gotta do, and tonight we're gonna see a game between Forever Young and Change of Circumstance. They have been fighting for some time now, for quite a few weeks in the CPL Premier League. Even though they did change their rosters, COC did come up as the second. Team from the last CWC. They did fight their way until that final, and of course we've seen them going against Freritos de la Vega. Freritos de la Vega did manage to snatch that victory at the end, and of course now we do have them running again for the 8th season finals. In the CPL Premier League, we've seen quite a few times the players start trying out new strategies, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see them today do exactly that, especially now that we've seen multiple times how the city parks are starting to get in. Liang, there are quite a few, quite a few experiments are going around. Liang Magnus seems to be the new thing. Now we might actually see them try it out on different civilizations, see if they work, go back to Moksha first, Pingala, and so on and so forth. Definitely quite a few things that we need to learn and expect here. Hello there, Yorkshire Gold. Good evening, sir, and thank you very much for joining us. Brody Butthead, big shout out to you, sir. You did pick up that first promotion and wrote first in the channel. Yoink. We do have Lollipop Sip. Ni hao. Hello there, sir, and welcome. All Triangle. Good evening, sir, and welcome. And so happy 42. Hello, good evening. We did have Gunza Kimbo with a few problems to his browser. Well, I hope you actually fixed them, and we can take a look together at this game. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Rafivi, bonsoir, monsieur. I hope we're not actually going to have a real lobby simulator tonight. There were a few issues with the lobby, but now we sorted them out, and as you can see, they did get into the correct slots, and now we do see them going for the map pool choices. Justice Gudanabin Meinher. I'm gonna open up the microphone soon. I see Justice is with me over here in the channel. I just wanted to go through everything going on there. Let me actually do this right now. Oh, hello there, sir. It's working. Yes, it's working. Very nice.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Just coming out of the game.
Well, chill. Okay, chill. Low energy, chill. That's what you're doing right there. Okay. In the map pool choices, we do have 3 more options available for the players: Continental Islands, Pangaea, and 7 Seas. We've seen actually multiple times Forever Young try to go for these bigger maps. Now it looks like they do have 2 big maps with one very, very naval map. On the other side, I think Ben, or I should say COC, really enjoyed the naval maps. Oh, never mind. They did take it out. Okay. Bam. So 7 Seas it is.
Yeah, I guess COC really just plays whatever. Like, depending on who's actually playing, they may have their preferences, but
Yep.
COC is still an extremely stacked roster. Like, you can expect these guys to be able to play anything.
Oh, for sure, but player preference is still gonna be something, right? And I gotta say, a lot of the times, at the high level, I do tend to see the preference starting to come out a little more than in the other ones, because they just how to say, want to play something they really, really enjoy. So it is what it is. Anyway, I do see them choosing the 7 Seas. We're gonna have them with half naval, half land map. It looks like in the active ban phase they are taking out immediately Portugal and Norway. Now I'm expecting also Spain to come up over here, and maybe Australia. I do have to also say about the bans, the auto bans, as we know in the CPL Premier League, we do have a few auto bans. It's Maori, Mali, and Babylon are the 3 civilizations auto banned, and of course the 3 new ones that just came up with the builder updates. I think it's the builder updates, right? This week with Faraxis putting new content into the game.
The great builders,
yeah.
That's actually very interesting because, like, I think I mentioned it before. Like, lately I've play mainly on Civ6, and like
Yeah.
there nobody cares about Portugal or Norway.
I know, right? They have like a totally different view of the game, and a lot of the times it's clashing. But that's good. That's good. They developing their meta. Then we do have developing meta on CPL. Then we have a developing meta on Civ6 and LBC and so on and so forth. And especially in the bigger tournaments, they get to those metas actually get to clash, and we get to see which is the best one. Now it does look like Scotland got taken out. We do have Mubande, of course, also got taken out. Daito, okay, yeah, very, very powerful. And last but not least, of course, on the sixth choice, it was Spain. Now there still is England Victoria. We do have Vladimir choosing Japan over here. Australia is up for picking, and I have to say it's not that usual, or I should say unusual, to see on maps like Seven Seas the players go for land civs, and preferring those land civs, even if they are not gonna have direct bonuses to boats. They still like civilizations like Rome, for example. As you can see, Ben going for Gaul. We might see some Russia plays. Like, what do you think?
It really depends on the players. Like from what I've seen, the more experienced guys actually realize that naval warfare is actually pretty rare on Seven Seas.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I would say, like at best, like a third of the games that have actual naval warfare in them.
yeah.
So generally speaking, Seven Seas is just in my book the most sim-heavy map because people just have the most amount of space.
Yep.
And also because of the spreading out of the seas, like when there's no naval warfare, it's usually pretty easy to set up naval trade routes so everyone can enjoy a lot of gold.
That's something that we're gonna need to see how the map develops here, how it's gonna be generated. Because yes, having that economic zone on the seas, it will matter so much to their ability to get to upgrade things, to get to be flexible, buy stuff, and at the end of the game be relevant. Now we've seen multiple times how the players, unfortunately, when they did not manage to get that economic zone going, it did force them to go for a concede, because they just couldn't withstand all of the costs of late game. Like when you go tanks, you're gonna need to pay a lot on those machines.
Yeah, well, I guess you can also play Germany and just hard build everything. But this is rarely seen.
Oh, where is Germany now? Where is Germany? Do you think there's gonna be a resurgence of Germany with Ludwig coming up?
We already talked about it. Like, I don't think that Ludwig will be untouched by BBG team. But like the way right now, I think he has extreme high roll potential. Like if he gets in like he is right now by few access, I
Yep.
think we would see some Germany. Yes.
Okay. By the way, for some reason my screen is frozen here. Oh, now it works. Okay, now it worked. I didn't have to click anything. It worked. I think most of the lobby actually just disconnected. Okay, and they're gonna go for a new relobby.
Oh.
Oh, for a new lobby. Kick W.
By the way, is there not a second caster?
No. You wanna get in the game? Do you have time to get in the game?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Let me see.
Like, unfortunately, currently my upload doesn't really work. So
Your
I
upload?
cannot really. Yes. Like the upload of my internet. So I cannot really stream right now for myself. But
Oh. Okay, that feels bad. Feels bad. Give me a second so I can figure out where the lobby is and what the link is. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. I'll give you the link.
I'm already joining our Steam.
Ah, okay. Good. Oh, you're joining through me? Or?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I didn't join yet. I'm still connecting to players. I don't know, man. I just hope it works. Okay, I mean, I guess it's fine. A lot of people were probably joining at the same time. 1, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. Okay, sure. Bloody button, reload the time, a noob crashed and fixed fish dropped. Yeah, what can I say? It happens. It happens. When it happens, it happens. It happens in a line. Just wait until everybody's in the lobby, and then I guess we can still talk about what is happening on the 7 Seas here. I'm very curious how the new meta will evolve in the next few weeks, in the next 2 weeks, with all of the changes coming up from BBG, and the players are starting to figure out exactly what can be so powerful and what is not that powerful, especially compared to the previous ones. I did see some insane Cree trade routes, by the way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like 20 food trade routes, 15 production trade routes. Which is wow. Unfortunately, not always. You don't see always the gold for each of the trade routes, especially if they're internal. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, yeah, you can just highwall, but this is not about meta, right? Like, if you're just lucky and have a god spawn, so be it.
Yeah, true.
Actually, I really do enjoy the young thingy, by the way.
Okay.
Like because I think it's just a good angle to break up the Magnus internals. Because I feel like it's just a viable alternative.
You say that, but that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're calling it a Magnus buff, actually, because you need the food to work those tiles and the production, so you just go internals.
But if you go City Park build, you obviously have to go triple young first, and if you go Magnus after that, like you can do that, but it's really slow. But actually, that being said, if people actually want to do this, we may see more ancestral gaming, and the game gets a bit slower in general.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's
all
happening.
of this coming online. Yeah, but it's just an interesting twist of the meta, right? Because it's not necessarily about. So wait, what's happening here? Are we swapping?
Yeah, swap with Muriel. And I guess I swap with Jack.
This is not necessarily about a Civ or something, but this is just like, okay, so you have this and this, and then you have again the interesting matter of, okay, I will go longer scaling.
Yeah.
But this is beatable by the guy who goes for a faster timing, right? Like recently we've been like kind of maxing out the 6 to 8 city audience into someone gaming, right? And now it becomes a bit slower again, so people start to consider other things again, and I think this is just quite beautiful in general.
It is, and that's one of the things that I can't wait to see the next few weeks, especially the CCC, when we're gonna have so many games at the same time and everybody's gonna try to do their best. I can't wait to see their first of all experiments, and on the other side, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to show off their what they found out, what the good tactic to use in the last 2 weeks here. In this week that just passed, and of course the week coming next. It's gonna be quite an interesting show. We do also have them moving to their slots now. We did go through the six choices for bands, and I believe we did see also them picking up their civilizations. I didn't quite remember who are the next two ones. I remember it was oh my god, do I remember? It was Gaul, right? They picked Gaul and something else, but I don't remember which. What was it? Do you remember what civilization they picked second?
No, and I don't think it was locked in. So they
Okay.
picked Hoja first, and then there was a Gaul hover, but I don't know if they locked it in.
Okay. So wait, you said they picked Trajan first, Rome?
No, Hojo,
Oh,
Japan.
Hojo. Oh, right. Okay, so Hojo, yeah. I think they was like, didn't they lock in the first four? I think they locked in the first four while we
Think
were
so?
talking, debating, and seeing things. I think they locked in the first four. But
Well, I
anyway,
don't know. I just
it's
remember
fine.
Hojo and Gaul. And
Yeah, you're right. So that was the second one. I was Hojo. I was missing Hojo. I gotta say, I've seen multiple times players preferring to go for Victoria rather than Hojo. It's surprising to me they are going for Hojo here, especially on a map like this. Maybe we will see some Samurai's timings and so on, which is gonna be awesome. We do have also. Oh, I think Hungary was another choice there, and or was it banned? Was it
no,
picked?
Hungary was banned.
Hungary was banned. Okay, that's another choice
So,
that Jack the Ripper really likes to play. Basil the second, also a choice for Jack the Ripper, and we've seen him multiple times how he can shine. Even a few days ago, we've seen it being played by Hazagi, and he did get free sim kind of a spawn over there with Basil. Totally ignored Holy Size, totally ignored everything else. Just went for Magnus internals into Liang Parks, which was. Yeah.
he just went Liang Parks. He never went Magnus. He had Mokshan Cap. I saw this game.
No, he went Magnus internals
He had Mokshan Cap. I'm totally sure.
after a while.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. You obviously casted the game, so maybe you know better than me. But when I looked at the screen, he had Mokshan Cap and Liang hopping around. But whatever.
I'm actually. You made me curious. I'm actually. Let me look at this because maybe I'm misremembering things. It's better to actually see.
Well, I mean, it's not really important, right? Like the key thing to take away
No,
here
it was.
is
It was. You're right. You're right. He did go for Moksha cap. Constantinople does have a Moksha, Pigala in the second city, and internals were well not worked by Magnus. Yeah. Okay. Got it. And so in my mind it was a bit skewed how it went down. There we go. Good. Okay, so we do have, of course, the Seven Seas being chosen. God, don't tell me that actually. Oh my God, he did put just one choice and well, kick W. Whatever. Anyway, they're just gonna ban again the same civilizations. We did have the sixth ones already chosen. What was it? Dido, Scotland, Spain, Norway,
Norway, Portugal.
Portugal. Okay, so that's six. Or Hungary. You said Hungary, right? This would be the sixth one.
Mm,
Eh,
not 100% sure on that actually. Wait, I mean they will figure out, right?
yeah.
Or we could check the what. Yeah, but as we have some time here now, just as we're speaking about the naval civs, is what what is distinct to kind of player preference is like if like kind of the holy triangle of naval civs right now is Dido, Wiki, and Hojo, right? Because like Spain usually gets banned out,
Yeah.
and yeah, so like in this holy triangle kind of says like Dido obviously has the bireams, and so therefore he has kind of naval dominance early on,
Yeah.
and the settler promotion. So on FreeSim he can spread very good. Hojo is the guy who is kind of immune to land pressure because he just have the samurai. So like Hojo is generally just one of the most versatile civs in the game. Like you can also play this guy on the holy sites into theater, what Leash likes to do, for example, on highlands and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, And he always has the +5 on naval, so he kind of is like the like you can never go wrong picking Hojo. And then there's Vicky who gets the 3 galleys and is arguably the strongest Zimmer on naval. So this is why this is kind of the holy triangle on naval, and everything else kind of is a tier below that. Like they can still play decently, but usually we see playing around this triangle of naval civs, right?
Yes, most of the time we do see these civilizations in the game. Depending on the maps, some of them are going to get banned, some of them not, but most of the time you're going to see these being played out. Even on maps like Highlands, you still see civilizations like Victoria being picked or Dido being picked for its seeming powers. I do have to come back a little bit to see the choices here. It looks like indeed Victoria was picked by TaskForceFish, and then we did have JackTheRipper going for Hungary. This was what I guess I was remembering over there. I knew I saw the emote of Hungary over there, its portrait. Now, two other choices are being banned from the pool of civilizations the players have to pick from. That's going to be Rome and Kublai Khan China. There still is, of course, the other China available. Actually, I think we have. Did we allow Yongle? I think Yongle is allowed. If I'm not mistaken, I've even seen it in the games. It's only the builders that got taken down. Also Ramses. I don't think Ramses is allowed. That's something that I guess I'm gonna need to double check at some point. Zulu got taken down as well as a choice, and one of the things I wanted to point out earlier, we still have something like crazy like Mapuche or Congo or even Genghis Khan for them to pick if they want to be aggressive against their neighbors. And of course, with Hungary being in the game here for forever young, it definitely feels like JackTheRipper still wants to be the one putting up the pressure on his opponents from across the map. They did take out they took out Basil II. It was Forever Young that did not want to actually give the option to their opponents to pick Basil II, even though I gotta say it's very rare that I've seen any of the players from COC actually go for Basil II leader.
Yeah, generally speaking, like even the other China was the spy bonus is kind of regularly played because like the China bonus is just one of the strongest in the game. Like you pretty much get 10% free culture and science, right?
Yeah.
Just by this, so all the Chinas are at least playable. I mean, in the case of Kublai, like Kublai used to be first pick or ban, but then it got a Spilder charge taken away, and then people shied away. But slowly
Yeah.
people realized that Kublai China is actually still very strong.
And now they're coming back to it. Well, Miel is gonna go for a strong pick here, Pound Maker, a very strong seeming civilization. At the beginning, it does have those Oshitaos that could apply the pressure very early on. Roy going for Batriu, going for Vietnam. And then Val here, we're gonna need to pick something to finish the roster for Forever Young. While Noob64 is waiting for his own choice. What is Noob gonna play in this scenario here? I gotta say, most of the time I've seen Noob really enjoy the coastal power, so maybe he's gonna play Victoria.
Yeah, on this lineup probably.
Yeah, Fish really likes Pound Maker. Miel here, I don't think Miel actually picked his choice. Honestly, I don't think Miel, because Miel is usually quite aggressive, you know, as a player. He really likes to. Oh, okay. Muhteshem showing up. That's good. Noob's best is Mali though. Yeah, but Mali is auto banned. I mean, I was thought of that, but Mali is auto banned. And yeah, there we go. Simon Bolivar. I was thinking that there needs to be an aggressive civilization here. And Simon Bolivar, by the way, did get back its movement for all military units instead of the extra visibility it had before. And of course, promoting a unit does not actually finish its turn. It's actually very, very powerful. I'm expecting Muir to go for this. Let's see.
Meanwhile, I want to comment on the chat
Yes.
because Vanumet is telling us if you need cavalry rush, Indonesia and Australia are better than those. This is true to a degree, but like as you can see, Indo pretty much like only has the jong timing. Like everything on the Civ6 evolves around pushing the strongs. If you don't have a target, you pretty much play a no bonus Civ. In Canada, the same applies to Australia as well. Like you're very fast campus opening, but if you don't have a target for that, it's kind of in vain. So these are kind of to a degree risky civs, which doesn't make too much sense of 7 Seas. Like on continents and islands, these are usually a first one to draft because on continents and islands you're kind of guaranteed to be able to naval
Ready up.
push someone.
Ready up.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I gotta stop you a little bit. I would say 100% Tordred would disagree with you there on Indonesia. I don't know on Australia. Australia, it's a little bit different, but Indonesia is definitely a powerful civilization. Also, middle student would really disagree with you, but then we're gonna see him play preserves with Indonesia, so I don't know.
Well, I
But,
mean, of course, like actually, I'm a big fan of commercial Australian highlands, by the way. So you can play around with that and
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
creative, of
You know,
course. But I'm genuinely referring to what we see what we see being played in
yeah.
like in competitive play.
I think the players when they're seeing Indonesia, they're only seeing the part with the jonks and like you said, the timing, and they do not try to make it work like another simming civilization like would be Dido or Victoria and so on. Of course, it's not going to be on the same power level because it doesn't have the half cost harbor, but definitely with the bonuses, the extra adjacency bonuses that you get from the seas, you can make them work. Yeah, it has like a mean pen brush and voice golden age. Very, very strong pen brush and voice golden age.
Well, yes, but this is not about Indo. Like you can play with literally everything as a campus into a campus opener.
Yeah.
Like this is not about Indo. It's just what comes with this playstyle, but it actually has no bonus towards it.
Well, let's see what's going on in the game here. It looks like Cree is only going to have 2 of these patches in the capital, not 3 actually, 3 with the sheep tile on the west side. Not really a high roll, and I'm pretty sure he's actually going to be incentivized to go for the olives over there to the south. Even though, oh wait, is he? Is it cattle or olives? Yeah, the 2-2 tile. We see the horses, but then I saw he doesn't have a 2-2. He's going to need to buy the banana. Maybe he wants to give up on a, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It doesn't really make sense to actually go for the cattle, so maybe just sitting in place would be the way to go. We do have him with, unfortunately, not a lot of land that he could settle for fresh water. He's gonna need to go for the coast, whatever happens over here. He's kind of lucky that we don't have that many people on the coast. For example, Val is with Kyoto, but in an inland sea, he could put some cities on the east coast and get to develop his empire there, but he's also not gonna know exactly what's going on. I really like the second settles of Crete to the west side, Halong Bay, a lot of bananas, coffee tiles to improve, south again, mountains, another wonder, Ikil. Wow, he has 2 wonders close to him. KW. Moving to the 3 wonders, Mount Kilimanjaro also to the east side. Okay, KW. I mean, not good land, but still, you know, it's interesting to talk about. That's it. Vietnam here has a problem. Again, not that much land to develop to the southwest. He will need to use these northeastern tiles for those tons and the districts around them. We're going to need to see how he's going to try to max out this city count here. I see he also benefits from a lot of aluminium. Did he increase the total aluminium available on the map? Because again, we see so much more aluminium on the map.
By the way, this game is played with the balanced city mod, right?
Yes, in the capital, yes. Or it should be in the capital. Let me see. Game. Capitals only, yes.
Yeah, I just looked at Gaul settler and was confused, but then
Okay. Moving forward, let's see. Who's this? England, Noob 64. Oh, this would be massive, by the way. Noob 64 can actually trade coastally with Ben in the northern seas, and they could set up really easy coastal trade routes over there. And we do have London with a decent amount of coast to go for to the southwest. Yes, he is going to get closer to Vietnam, but I don't think that matters that much. He's still going to be a decent ways away for him not to get in danger. Unfortunately, this mountain tile is gonna these mountains are gonna stop him from expanding way too far to the west side. We'll see how he's gonna choose to get all of those cities there. Not a lot of food in the capital for London. At least he's gonna have the reef fish to increase his food adjacency, and that's it. Working the 1-4 tile, more production, scout. Okay, I guess balancing out his needs there. A lot of desert on the east, not ideal. Hungary, Jack, far away from everybody. He's gonna be simming and at the same time trying to soothe those city-states and levy them against his opponents. Doesn't have that many to do so, though. From what I look on the map, most of the city-states are actually below him, not in front of him, like next to his opponents. And
Hungary has triple honey expert. This is so stupid.
Oh, wait. Triple honey. Oh, I see what you mean. So one honey over here, one honey over here, one honey. Oh, okay, so 3 expands with honey, with possible honey tiles underneath. Yeah, it might be. 6 tiles.
To be fair, he likes tiles to work, but still, this is worse.
Yeah. Okay, 2-3 deer time in the capital for Buddha. I was trying to figure out why Noob was saying her in the channel here. I'm not sure what's going on. What are their grief? What are their I'll say opinions of what is going on, or what did they saw and we didn't see? Anyway, to the northeast, we do have Muhteshim, Vladimir in the middle of the map with 2 silk tiles next to his capital, a maze underneath his city center. That's a 3-1-2 that he's benefiting from, and a +5 campus over there with another +4. That's actually a lot of the size that he can get this. This is awesome. We do have him with also delicate touch to the north that he can easily settle as a second city, get the era score, and get that awesome silk tile to work. Unfortunately, well, all other tiles are not that great. Are they like...
I think they're upset about the wall overtaking like 30 seconds, which is understandable, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see how they fix this. Now, we do have 3 more civs to go for. We got Gaul here. It looks like Fish did... Oh my god. I just saw Gaul, bro. What is this on Fish?
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil, but I think Fish did actually a very weird move here. Like, he spawned on the 2-1 Grassland Hill.
Okay.
And then
he
moved on
south.
the 2-2 Deer to have a 3-1 base. Just kind of weird.
Okay.
Maybe he thought he's gonna have a 3-2 base. But yeah, I feel like he kind of wasted their turn. But
well, I understand Val will host this time, so let's see. Does he have?
yeah, we got something to drink.
Okay. Yeah, so many stones over there in the Gallic capital. Of course, I do have to... Oh, right. That's one thing that I didn't do. How many remaps? I do need to put the how many remaps submission, and let's put it for 5 minutes. You guys saw the first map? This was 7 Cs, of course, and we do need to see how the players will decide and what will they decide at turn 8. There were a few more turns to go there, I believe, like 4 or 3 at least. And now we're getting back into the lobby with a new host. Let's see if this is gonna be a bit better. I understand there will also be an update on Monday when it comes to these turn rollovers, the freezes, and so on and so forth. They will try to fix these. They did come up with the new BBG version, and unfortunately, as you can see over here, it does put quite a bit of pressure on the games. So hopefully, we're gonna relieve a little bit of that pressure, or I should say, BBG will relieve a little bit of that pressure. I also do have to say I'm sorry for my I would say for my voice. I'm still a little bit cold, and I do try my best to pump myself up with meds and get through it as fast as possible.
Harvest that stone and have +8 AP doom. I don't think this is gonna happen.
I think he's actually gonna go for the +6, +4, +4. If I saw that correctly over there, he had like a city to the north, a city to the south. They were like on the coast, unfortunately. That's not ideal, but I guess his whole adjacency over there is not really ideal. Next to him, he doesn't have fresh water, lakes or rivers to go for. So I'm guessing he's gonna try to get multiple Opidums around those stone tiles, and also that's a means those circles, man. That is so much production just from the stones improved.
Yeah, let's have a look if Griefer maybe denies it.
Yeah,
like, this is one of the worst feelings ever, right? Like when you load in turn 1 and they're like, I want to have this Pantheon, and then you just don't get it.
Yeah, true.
One of the worst feelings.
Yeah. We'll see how this develops. I'm really looking forward to first of all know if this map is going to be played out or not, and second of all see if the choices we are predicting for the players are actually going to be the choices chosen by them. It's always an interesting I would say thing to watch. Yeah, here we go indeed. Man, I can't believe. Did you guys see? Did you? Justice, I want to ask you: are you using like Google Maps or stuff like that?
Sometimes for navigating when I drive with the car, but other than this, not really.
Okay, so
Why?
I just went to Paris and so on, so I had Google Maps with the navigation almost always turned on because I was going places and I was searching for stuff. And oh my god, man, it actually made a review of everything I did over there and showed me like per day what I visited, when I was, where I was, and how much time I stayed and what I visited. This is so cool. Like actually, if I need to do like a blog post or something like that, I can just use that. That information over there. I have everything, the itinerary of what happened. It's unbelievable, amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but like some people may actually view that as not so good, that Google actually knows what you did all day long.
I mean, it's an option, right? You can turn it off if you don't like it, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's usually the argument. Like, personally, I don't know how to feel about that, but yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about information, man, it's out there anyway. Like, you can't really stop it. Every app will ask for it. It's not only Google, it's everything.
Let's just say everyone tries to get it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot have at least some control over it. But I guess that goes too far.
I think that goes out of the scope of this stream. It's a discussion. Yeah.
Like this one. This is something for a glass of wine and like a 3-hour discussion.
Yeah. But
maybe we start up a second channel like philosophical insights. So
yeah. I was just so happy when I actually get to see. So for example, if I wanna share it with somebody the trip, you know, like I was on a trip and I can like I don't remember everything I did and in what order and stuff like that. Because honestly, let's be real, you don't always remember exactly the points of the trip and everything. So this helps me so much explain everything, right, and go through the different things. And oh my god, that happened there and this happened there and so on and so forth. You know what would have been missing? The pictures, man. If it would have been able to actually take the pictures I took and put them there, it would have just been a total like story over there, a storyline. Anyway, we're getting to the game now, and let's see. Goal. We are on goal. Goal. We do have. Okay, so I was thinking about, of course, the northern city that could put Opidum there. He did. You did say he moved. Wait, he didn't move. He was on the. He settled in place.
No, this is turn 2. He loads in the wall over to turn 2. So
I see. Oh, right. Okay, so he moved on the deer tile. I see how it is.
yeah, this
Oh,
is
he doesn't
what is
know about
weird.
the horse. He doesn't know about the horse.
Well, let's
That's
see
why
if
he
he actually
moved.
goes animal first. Like
Yeah,
it's pretty
I
common to
guess.
go animal first on Gaul.
We do have Mule and Ben going for animal first, but yeah, I guess you're right. Oh man, if it, I'm pretty. I would be so mad if this happened to me. By the way, like moving, thinking that I'm gonna have a +6 Opidum and then it spawns a resource underneath it. I would be so
No,
mad.
no, he goes for mining, and his teammates will tell him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's fine. This is actually probably the reason why he moved as well, when I think about it now. He just saw the +6 up in him and wanted to save it. This is
yeah,
why he moved,
exactly.
probably, not because of the base.
Yeah. Well, we do have to the south over there next to his Gesate, that city on a hill that, well, I guess doesn't have any other tiles, but it does have the stone tile to the south, another +6 Opidum there that he could get, or to the north, depending on how he wants to play this. There are actually, wait, no, this 2-2. Is he? I think, yeah, he's gonna go here. It's gonna go here. Look, I got fixated on this from the last time I saw the map, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna go south next to the fertile, work that 2-3-1, and put a +6 Opidum to the west side.
There's a forest fire on Cree, which will make this game either beautiful or will be a technical.
Oh, yeah, depending where it goes. Well, they have to ask, right? So maybe Cree actually wants to to keep there.
Like
I don't know.
honestly, if he doesn't lose, like all of these tiles
Yeah,
will
he
be
did. Oh my god, he did. He did. Well, I guess,
yeah.
yeah, he lost the pop. He was still building his Occhitao. The city will grow next turn, and he's still gonna get like second pop. But I think they are actually right now debating if they should ask for a technical or not, according to this land, because this is gonna grow into amazing land.
Yes, like this. There are 4 more flat rainforest tiles, which will be amazing.
Yeah.
Like if you think about this, you could also save this for like Chichen Itza, which is pretty good now. So he may actually want to play this, yeah.
Yeah, he's not asking for it. He's not asking. So 6 tiles, possible 7, 8 tiles to go for this forest fire. All of this land is gonna get extra fertility, and like you said, Chichen Itza, man, Chichen Itza this time. Oh my god, extra production, extra culture everywhere. Wow, that's amazing. Let's see the last 2 civilizations. Kyoto here did have the faith from the beginning of the game. I do see a 2-2-1 tobacco tile there. I do also notice he's gonna have a 2-2, actually 2 of these deer tiles with 2-2s on them. A lot of cities to develop to the southwest, but he's also relatively close to TaskForceFish, which honestly I'm not so sure who's coming up on top here, because Samurai is on one side, +5 on the coast. Gaul is very close to the coast. He has his Eburon Strait, so he's actually going to be quite strong also, all over the place. So oh man, this is going to be quite a matchup between them. Val over here is going to have quite a challenge in front of him. we do have to the north the last civilization to take a look at. Miel is gonna be with the Gran Colombia. He's gonna have strong civilization to go for somebody, and I do see he has somebody to go against. Actually, Ottomans to the southwest, Vladimir. Not really a
Yes, you
seeming
will learn that.
civilization. Sorry, not really a war civilization. So I think he's definitely gonna go against Vladimir here. He has Japan to the southeast, but Japan is like you said a bit hard to push into. Holy site put down. Uh-oh. We got a first choice over here from Japan. He wants to go holy sites. Okay, so seeming Japan. This is not word Japan. This is seeming Japan. Okay. Very slow. I find it extremely slow at the beginning of the game. It ramps up quickly, but I find it extremely slow at the beginning.
Not necessarily though. Like I do know some people who just build some holy sites just to get extra culture for Pambosh for Samurai Wash. So you basically go holy site into encampment, but we will see.
Yeah. I do have to echo what Saipong is doing was saying over here in the chat with it is so strange that forest fires cannot continue on between rainforest and forest. I also find it extremely strange, but I think if they would have allowed them, it might have been a bit too many tiles that were converted.
Yeah, especially on these standard settings, right? Like when people sometimes play with like wet settings, there's literally a forest tile on every tile.
Yeah.
Then the forest tile can spread all around the world. Like
Yep.
this wouldn't like this would just be too much. Actually, the way it is right now, we sometimes see like 20 tile forest fires, which is already completely insane.
Yes. Imagine having more. Like even now in the Cree capital, this okay, sure, he lost a turn when it came to actually I think he lost like 2 turns when it came to getting to third population, but now he's gonna grow faster anyway because of the extra fertility, and he's gonna have more production in the city because he's gonna have they remapped this for him. Oh my god, they actually remapped this for him.
What
And you know what's another bad thing? Jack just found a relic.
Forever Young remap, no?
Yeah, Forever Young remapped. So first they remapped this for Ben, right? They're not gonna have this, and the second Jack just found the relic. Kick. Oh well.
Yeah, but like Ben didn't remap.
No, I said they remapped this for him. Not.
Yeah, but
Yes.
there's no way Forever Young knows about.
No. I didn't say because of it.
Yeah, well, okay, whatever.
Okay.
I just figured when you say for him, you mean someone had a problem. And by the way, I don't really see the reasoning why they remap. Like Mutashem as Colombia.
Yeah, I think this is the reason.
Loads,
And no coastal trade routes.
But honestly, they have so good spawns. Like, I don't think they can hope for better. Like Colombia is gonna spawn next to someone.
Yeah, but maybe not
Like-
Mutashem.
Yeah, like I mean, Hungary is not better. And, actually, Japan will struggle to a degree as well, because like Japan doesn't like to deal with fast wash as well, because he wants to wait for samurais.
Yep.
And after this, like Laneros eat samurais anyway, so like Hojo is also not a good setup against him. So, like the only guy who doesn't mind being next to Simon is Vietnam. And they cannot realistically hope for that, I guess.
Well, now I can say Gran Colombia is far away from everybody. Very far away, actually. Japan is very far away. And on the west side, he has Hungary, very far away on the west side. Oh, this is, what can I say? We're gonna not see anybody pushed from the beginning with archers that have free movement and ability to promote and shoot.
Yeah, but COC also has a remap token.
Yeah, that's true.
And by the way, talk about Gran Colombia, people usually talk about like 3 movement archers, but every unit has additional movement. So he has 4 movement
Yes.
scouts and 3 movement warriors as well. These are so annoying.
Yes, they are. Yes, I tend to agree with that. Yes. Okay. Coming up with Noob 64, he is gonna get Pamukkale to the east side. From what I do see, he's getting a scout out in 3, and I do see by the looks of it, he's gonna have a decent amount of coast, a big peninsula to the west side that he can go for, and a lot of chops for him to also use. I think this is a much better spawn actually than Noob had the last game. The only thing that's missing is somebody that he could trade with, and he's gonna be on the same coast as Hungary here. This might not be good for Jack actually, because he's gonna need to settle a lot of coastals here.
Ooh, I think Jack is not happy with this spawn.
Yeah, especially after. We'll see. I'm pretty sure he's not happy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Moving forward, let's actually see Gran Colombia coming up with Bogota. 3 10s for a scout. He does have a tobacco tile, but probably never gonna be worked here. Second settle on honey tile, also west side, very good settles. I do see he has actually quite a big diversity when it comes to resources here. A lot of pastures, a lot of camps, a lot of also plantations. There are multiple choices for him to go for when it comes to pantheons. I'm really curious how he's going to want to play this. He stayed away from the coast for the 3-1 base, and that actually is good because there was Japan on the same coast. Now we're going to need to see if they're going to figure it out before he's actually going to settle the cities on the coastline here. He can still go inland with quite a few of them and not actually lose tempo. So that's fine. We do have Kyoto on the coast, northeast, north of the map over here, with 3-1 bananas. I see multiple 2-2s, a 2-2 base, and a decent amount of coast to go for. I can't, no, it's fine. Actually, to the north, he's gonna have at least 4 more cities, an island to expand into, and to the southeast, also some inland lakes that he could definitely settle and get some harbors in there. He's probably gonna go the same way, right? I think Val is just set on going for. Oh wait, he's changing it up for sailing and not going for holy sites. What do you think triggered this decision? Is it because he doesn't have any neighbors, or like? Yeah, I guess he's all alone somewhere.
Well, maybe it's also just like. Generally speaking, going astrology first, like even if you're on harboring, is never bad, right? Like you just take a bit and like stall out and hope your team finds a wonder for the boost.
Yep.
So you can just switch around a bit. Like unless you're going builder first and have wee fish or something, there's no real reason to rush sailing, right? So you can just juggle around a bit and
I agree.
when you have more information.
That's why I'm a bit surprised about this. Usually you see them rushing sailing when there's something like a reef fish or 2 reef fish in the capital, so they get immediate benefits, and of course builder first, or asking somebody to get them a builder. Oh, they found another relic. Okay, now that makes it a little bit better. On Vladimir they found a relic.
The guy with 3-2-1 base gets also relic. Okay.
Yep. Oh, look at Gaul again. Plus 4s, plus 4, plus 4 Opidums all over the place. He doesn't have plus 6s though, but still, that's good. He's on the same continent as... actually, wait a second. He has a triple continent split. What? Triple continent split. Gypsum on the eastern continent. And I do see quite a few stone tiles are also available for him in the other cities. We don't have him... with any kind of dangers next to him, and I do see some geothermals for him to get the extra adjacency from campuses. Not bad. I'm actually curious. I guess he did see this, right? So he gave up on that plus 4. It is what it is. Let's see, Istanbul 3-1. You said, right? Yeah, 3-1 underneath the city center with a gypsum there.
It was 10-1 as well. Like, yeah, split gypsum is the best you can get with this mod.
Yeah, amazing. East side, Fountain of Youth, another city on that geothermal fissure. He does have multiple tiles that he could go for. And I do see to the north he has also Cree to go against this time. Ben is going to have an opponent, and Ben again having the benefits of two of these pastures. Not amazing, but I guess he's going to try to work them anyway. He's gonna be also between two opponents, not really ideal, having Vietnam to the northeast and Muhtesham to the south. He's gonna need to figure out exactly who's gonna wanna go against here, or at least try to defend against. What's gonna be the sequence of events? Thang Long, Roy, again, wouldn't really call this ideal land for Vietnam. Which begs the question, is Vietnam actually a 7 Seas type of civilization here? I don't know. It feels like yeah, all of the spawns here were a little bit awkward. And we do have him with a decent amount of fresh water that he can get from the rivers. To the south, a few mountains. He does have features next to the mountains that he could use for those campuses. And of course, we're going to need to see where he's going to put that third triangle. And they play. This is it. They play. This is going to be what it is. This is the map, guys. Yeah, they're going for this.
The volcano destroyed the stone of Gaul.
Wait, what?
Gaul just lost the stone.
No! Oh, this is right after they said they play? Oh, man. Well, he's still gonna have a +4. It's fine. Still gonna have a +4 in the north. And we've seen it actually the last time that you can definitely get the production going. You can sim with Gaul even if you don't have amazing Opidomes. It's just a little bit harder, and you have to take your time and prepare everything. I do trust Fish is gonna get the most out of this land.
Well, I mean, with a triple split, honestly, this like, I guess it's a bit flat for Gaul, but yeah, it's pretty good. I just want to see a Casa here.
A what? A what?
A Casa concentration. This is, like if you see a split like this, my mind immediately screams Casa, Casa, Casa. It's such a good wonder.
Ah, Casa de
what it does, right?
Constatación. Oh,
Yeah, Casa
that one.
Constatación.
Okay. That's why I was thinking like, what is this guy talking about? Kazakh? Is he trying to? What are you talking? Is that a kind of food over there? What is he trying to talk me into?
Yes, like for everyone who doesn't know, this is a wonder which comes with cartography, which gives you insane yields on cities on other continents with governors.
Yeah.
Coupled with the colonialism card, you pretty much get 25% to everything.
Yeah, it is so good. It is so good, especially if you get the proper placement on multiple continents. Oh my god! And this is so he just needs to get the cities in the south on the whitish continent and on the violet continent, and that's it, the purple continent. And he's gonna be so good. Of course, well, he's going north first, by the way. He's going for that 2-2 base. Anyway, this was, we did have one civilization to talk about here. Last but not least, of course, Hungary with JackTheRipper between the mountains. Having that 2-2 base in Bura, he's going to have another 2-2 base in his second city. I see 4 horses are relatively close to his capital. The third ring and the fourth ring, which is going to be a problem. England has not been scouted, and of course he also doesn't know about where Hungary lives. He's probably going to put boats in the water, especially the free boats coming up with his Royal Navy dockyards are going to allow him to scout all over the place here. And we're going to need to see who's actually going to be the biggest of them all between Hungary and England. Now, I do have to point out, of course, Hungary doesn't really have direct bonuses on the water. Neither does England have direct bonuses, but it does have free boats, it does have the half-coast harbors, it does have a much easier time to go for the admirals and so on and so forth. So it is, we're going to need to see how they're going to try to use these bonuses. Also, Gran Colombia is going to be quite a problem here for Hungary.
Yes, I was about to say that Gran Colombia is just a screen away from as well, so...
Yeah.
What will probably happen is Muel sources into the guy, and then he cannot answer carols.
Oh, wait, Mule actually put a city on the coast. No, he got duped by that 4-foot tile over there in Cuenca. And now he's actually gonna give cities to Japan. Oh, no.
Well, not
Oh, well.
necessarily. I mean, obviously Japan has the +5, but it doesn't necessarily. Like, Noop is going to the right as well. He may very well settle on the coast.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's gonna be much harder for him to be on both trees, like top three and bottom three for those Llaneros. So the timings will definitely be off. It's not gonna be that, oh my god, where they can 2 versus 1 Hungary over here both together. Anyway, I do want to take a look at the strategic resources here. Bura has the ability to get the iron tile, and I don't see him yet benefiting from a pantheon. We do have Jack on 0 faith right now, and I'm pretty sure he's waiting for his how do you call it? For his relic.
The heck?
The relic from Vladimir. I don't know why he bought a slinger. Yes, I saw he bought a slinger. I don't know why he bought a slinger.
I see this again and again. And I hate it so much. Like, people just have their patterns. They always buy a slinger every game, and they don't understand why. It's such a waste.
It's cheaper than an archer. Kek? Even
Yes,
cheaper
but
to upgrade an archer.
it still costs you cheap money. Like, usually there's something else. You could buy a builder, you could buy tiles to work better stuff. You could buy whatever you want, but it's just so thoughtless.
Yeah, I guess people have their habits, man. Well, you know, who are us to actually disrupt their habits? It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's just a bad habit. Is pretty much what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say, I guess.
Yeah. I get it. Let's take a look at England, by the way. England does have a continent split. To the north, he's gonna get to settle another city over there on the cotton tile. And I do believe he's actually gonna get how to say, he's gonna get the free trade route, and he's gonna be fine. We do have him immediately setting on the city of Manchester on Pamukkale. Not only he got the points, but he has an awesome campus if he wants to go for one. We do have a war declaration being sent, and I believe it is all about Ben and the Ottomans here. We've seen them move their units towards each other, and I also noticed Cree did manage to pillage Granada here. I didn't quite get into his opponent's cities yet. Okay, coming back on London, we do have forces next to the capital city. I do also notice Iron will be in the northwestern district with 3 tiles out. He's probably gonna want to settle there anyway for that particular Iron. And I am actually expecting him to put more cities in the south, but he's not. If he is gonna keep on putting cities in the north, he's not gonna have that many to get the boats out in the south. Anyway, we'll see. Nice. Reefs though, a lot of reefs that he's gonna get adjacency towards the campuses for. I see a +4 campus, +2 over here, another +2 over here. Actually, quite a few reefs for him to benefit from. Moving forward, Gran Colombia. Gran Colombia is getting his settler to the west. Oh, I see. He wants to get the benefits of the 2 silk tiles. Okay, not bad. Mule here, I see getting a builder also from his capital. He does have a horse tile and multiple stones that he could improve for the extra production. We do have him with an iron tile, second ring. Both strategic resources are quite easy to get, easy to acquire, cheap. Okay. Northeast, let's see. Kyoto going for campuses first. Totally different spawn. And I gotta ask you, what triggered this, Justice? What triggered this change up in Val's strategy? We saw him holy sites first, now he's going for campuses.
It's Hang. He's gonna do triple campus opening for harbor discount and skipping astrology completely.
Okay.
So you're probably gonna see him project for the scientists and then have triple harbor discount. I love it when people do that.
Very nice.
It's obviously so niche because it has to be the first scientist, but it's really good. Like, there's pretty much no other way to get a triple harbor discount.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, subprime number. Much appreciated for the prime, sir. Also,
At
good
least
luck.
this is what I was. At least this is what I'm hoping what he does.
Well,
Because
let's see. Let's see. It might be, but this only gives you the Eureka, right? It doesn't give you the full, I would say, the full Celestial navigation technology. You're still gonna need to get it yourself.
no, you just get a boost. Like you improve 2 sea resources, then you get attack. Without having to take astrology. So you only have 2 districts unlocked. This is
Okay.
the triple discount on Harper.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
That's what I said. You
just
said
keep
you
rolling
get the tech.
spells with
You get the
this.
boost for the tech.
Yeah, of course. But this is obviously usually very easy for any naval civ to get the boost.
Yep. Being 7337, it gives tech if you have a boost. Oh, it gives tech if you have boost. Very nice. Mithril Forge calling out Jack there. Yeah, professional. We do have Bogunakibo going for the shower. Okay. Oh no, Osaka, we do have an iron tile to the north, a second ring out of Kyoto as well, a second ring horses in the south, and I did notice Osaka did get placed for the gold over here. He's gonna get 9 easy gold, not to mention he's gonna get to upgrade his cocoa tiles with at least 2 more gold coming up from those plantations, and on one tile he's gonna get the extra production. Not bad, not bad. Actually, these cocoa tiles are gonna give him so much gold throughout the game here from the beginning. Very nice. On a Gaul here, we do have him already starting to improve his stone tiles, but I did notice somebody else did pick up stone circles. It was Muhteshem. Yeah, Muhteshem got stone circles. He's getting the marble tiles improved already, and these mercury tiles are actually going to be quite awesome for him. He has some gypsum there to improve, so all in all, quite a bit of extra production. Still no Pantheon yet from the fish, but he does have multiple builders coming out. He might actually go for the... Wait, is he gonna go for the gypsum tile? What do you think? Gypsum settle to the southeast of Alpha?
Guess there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Like here's his +4 Oppidum from the iron and the horses, so you'll probably just settle gypsum, yeah?
Yeah, 2-1 base over there, pretty good. Actually, is it 3-1? 3-1, right? Because it's it's second city. Never mind.
Could be on a capital, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what Muhteshem had. This is why it's a 3-1 base.
Yeah.
Because it's a flat tile, and yeah.
Like
Muhteshem has insane tempo here with the relic and the 3-1 base.
And all of these quarries that he gets to improve quite early. Marble tiles for the extra culture with extra production and faith at the same time. Very nice, very nice. On a goal, we did see he has, there we go, Summer of Riva. He just put it on a 2-1 base. He has his island to the west side of his city center, and I do see a horse tile next to Alpha in the second ring, and to the west of Summer of Riva, third ring. Both of them are going to be quite nice. East side, we do have Cree putting down his third city. He did move a long way to actually get his second city, by the way, to the west side. Mr. Hisipic was settled, six tiles? 2, 4, 6 tiles away from his capital city on a river, and he does get his 3-tooth banana to work there. And he does have a culture point underneath that river because of a marble tile. And I do see he's already starting to improve his horse tile in Mixivuaci. He's probably preparing for war here with Ottomans to the south and Vietnam to the northeast. Not gonna have an easy time against either of them. Usually we do see Cree try to go for 4 or 5 cities. Now he's going for his traders, and we're going to see how fast is he gonna get his whole production going here. We're gonna need to check it out. He has iron tile in the second ring of his second city and the third ring of his capital. It's gonna be quite a bit of gold for him to actually spend, but it should be fine. It should be fine, not that expensive. In the capital, since he did improve his source tile, he's gonna get some extra gold from the extra pasture for each of these trade routes he sends there. Did you?
I think I crash.
Don't touch it. Don't touch anything, by the way. Don't touch anything.
No, I don't. No,
okay, so I've seen this. Yeah, I've frozen also. I froze also, but don't touch it. Usually unfortunately this happens sometimes and it fixes itself.
Oh well, okay. Let's see. Mm. What else do we have here? Jack is a professional gold bagger. Yeah, probably.
Kick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really just a couple of players who have this as a bad habit. Just always buying a slinger no matter the situation. You showed that this fixes itself, yeah?
No, I'm not sure. I saw it earlier when I was in the lobby. Like it took a few moments until I don't know, somebody dropped or something.
Hmm. One interesting thing in this game is actually that they didn't invest a lot into Ben. Like, sometimes when you're the last remaining human player, okay. So I guess I dropped.
Okay. Then I'm gonna close the program and rejoin. I think everybody fire access crashed or something. Or crashed. Game just stopped responding. I don't know what they did in the new BBG, but it threw a wrench in this stability thing.
Hmm. What? Oh yeah, they Cree. Sometimes if you see like if you see like a simming Civ, a team sometimes wants to invest buying lots of Occhitao and then like 4 or 5 Occhitao just go ham at the guy, right?
Yep.
This didn't happen here at all. Like Ben played it very conservative defensively. I mean, that being said, I guess Muteshim has the +4 early, so it doesn't make too much sense to try an Occhitao play, but
Yeah, to be honest, he figured out a little bit late about both civilizations, one to the south and one to the east of him, to go for the Occitan play against somebody. Like you do need to get like 3 or 4 against the city center if you really want to take on cities. But just straight up bowling, sure, that could be a thing also.
hmm.
Oh, I actually see quite a few 0 MSs.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I do want to say hello there, sir, and Trojan Man 25 and PD Rocks 12. Good evening, sir. Who love over there? Yeah. Okay, very interesting emote from Admiral Baru. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't see Jack in. I don't know if he's in or not.
Yeah, I guess he takes his extra time.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's not just me. Okay. So we're gonna see a 1 versus 2 between Cree and the two civilizations there. One to the south, Muhtesh, Vietnam to the east side. I would actually think Vietnam might want to bunker down behind those mountains and try to sim a little bit. While Muhtesh to the south, we've seen him have a great tempo. I don't really believe Muhtesh is incentivized by his bonuses to actually go to war against anybody. He does want to sim quite a bit, but he does have strong bonuses when it comes to being in that golden age. We'll see. We'll see if he's gonna manage to get them against Cree and how aggressive Cree will want to be. We did also have on the west side, JackTheRipper might with with quite a bit of a problem, especially if Noob64 is gonna want to come against him.
It's actually mainly about morale, I guess. Like morale is gonna keep Jack busy, and Noob will just have to play cleanup.
Yeah, that could be also. Funny guy 2223. Hello there, sir. Welcome, welcome. How is the game going? Well, we just had a full crash. Everybody crashed, and we got back in. And now we're waiting for Ben to actually click on ready. I guess 0 MSs. I'm actually curious if Japan is gonna manage to put the pressure on and how much pressure is gonna wanna do against Simon Bolivar. If he does manage to keep Mule busy on the east side, it's gonna be a bit of a lucky break for JackTheRipper, so he can focus on naval. And I gotta admit, I've seen Jack multiple times manage to outmaneuver and out tempo, even very very good civilizations on the coast. He just managed to chop a little bit faster than his opponent. He managed to upgrade a little bit faster than his opponent, and he went against him when his opponent was not expecting. All in all, guaranteeing him the victory over their condition. A lot of the times, unfortunately, it was his whole strategy was basing on his opponent being a bit too confident.
Yeah, regarding Japan, we shouldn't forget that there's also Gaul next to him, so it's not like Japan is just free simming and can naval pressure at will, right?
Well,
Like there's
not that close.
split
Yeah.
attention between
Yeah,
them.
I guess he's gonna need to go both threes. That's what you wanted to say. Like he's gonna need to get some defense on the east side and then some coastal pressure. Which, to be fair, it doesn't really need that much to go against Gran Colombia here. And Cuenca, what happened to Cuenca? Did the volcano explode and killed everything here? Only see one single tile with volcanic soil, so I don't know what happened in the city of Cuenca. Or was it that barren?
I think there was one woods.
Yeah.
But like he obviously just went there because of the honey expand and having the possibility for naval trade routes.
Well, now Hungary does know about this. Cartagena de Indias. We do see him getting the trader. I do see Gran Colombia getting a trader from that city to the city of Bogota. He will build a road and be ready to reinforce. And look at that Hungarian slinger. We all thought it was bad. Looks like it actually caught a warrior with his pants down. Björn's warrior is not gonna get out of here alive.
Yeah, but it's not like I mean, it's kind of unfair to bring this up because like he bought it like 10 turns ago when there was nothing around. Like it was not like you knew he was needing the slinger.
Yeah, true, true.
Like this doesn't like the fact that he found use for it doesn't make the decision better.
True. Okay, so we saw Cree, and we were talking about Muhteşem, I believe, next, right? So let's see, Ottomans, he did go for early campuses. I do see one between Istanbul and Bursa. I do also notice he's getting another one over there next to Bursa's capital city. That's next to Bursa city center. That's a +2. And I do notice Cree from the north is actually putting a little bit more pressure with slingers coming online here. And of course, those traders are also going to build the roads and get the bonuses. Istanbul going Magnus first. We do have him with traders, and I do see he's gonna have in the in the second ring horses to the northeast, and we do have where is his iron? He doesn't have iron. Wait, this can't be right. He doesn't have iron. Did he settle on iron? Did he put a campus on iron? Maybe he put the campus on iron. That must be it, because I don't see iron anywhere.
Yeah, probably. Also, I want to point out that I really like the latest tile yield changes. Like Mercury is a workable tile now.
Man, uh, sure, but it doesn't actually. Well, it's not at all like reality, right? Mercury actually is extremely toxic. So anyway, whatever. I guess it is what it is.
Well, I mean, gameplay-wise, it's just good to have a workable tile and not just be screwed if you're unlucky and have Mercury on your continent, right? Like, I think this
Sure.
weighs a lot more than being being realistic.
Well, sure. I wouldn't call it screwed, but sure. Okay, let's go with that. We do have Siri Petriogaras coming up for Vietnam. I do have to point out his tons are not actually benefiting from the 50% off because they are already half cost because they're unique, and at the same time they do not count toward this. He's gonna get 2 of these 50% off. Very, very nice, by the way, for Vietnam to get to go to. He's going for Magnus internals. He doesn't have anybody to trade with here, even though, wait, he does have somebody to trade with. That's actually Hungary to the southeast. They could trade with each other if they want to. Put some coastal cities to the east side, maybe on that Maystan, and try to set up some economic zone. Of course, it is going to be on the same seas that England is going to get all of those boats in. But they do not know about that yet. Now do have another set of settlers coming out from Kong and Thang Long, and I do see he's getting a few builders out to work these. He did build some slingers to defend against the Okchitao, and these are gonna do quite a bit of damage here. He needs to defend that trader. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna be successful. Looks like Ben is trying to welcome that trader with open arms. Never mind. I guess it's gonna go through anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's just gonna shift enter it away. Like, wait for the end turn and then shift enter it. It's fine. Strategic resources go. We do have Thanglong with iron next to his capital city. I do notice in the city of Hue to the north, he did manage to get the horses over there. He does have a wonder, also Upsunur Hollow. Not really the best wonder that you can have with this civilization, but I guess later on in the game he might actually get some extra era score points. We'll see what happens there. And now we're coming back full circle on Hungary. We talked about all of the civilizations. We saw their strategic resources. We saw their opening moves here. We still have a few of the pantheons needing to actually be discovered. And we do need to see how this is going to evolve as a situation. Let's see, God of the Forge for Gran Colombia. Ooh, wee. Oh, well, I guess Mule over here is setting himself up for going against somebody. Now, is he worried about I would say Hungary to the west side, or is he worried about Japan? Because I see him going boats, and I don't really see him going units here. What is the God of the Forge telling you about this choice here?
Well, I mean, he's playing Gran Colombia, so he wants to grief somebody, so he was God of the Forge, doesn't matter. Like, he will spam
Okay.
galleys, he will spam horses, he will spam whatever he needs to spam, but he just likes to build units. So what they're telling me that. But, like, God of the Forge literally works for every ancient and classical unit, so...
Yeah. Oh my god, 3 relics. This is the 3rd relic they found on Forever Young.
Okay, who was the second?
Vladimir, I think Vladimir found 2. If I'm, oh no, Vladimir, Roy, and Val.
Roy got one as well, okay.
Look at 444. They're making 444. But they gave Jack the relic. Like Vladimir, I think gave Jack the relic. 3 relics, man. Reliquary is actually might be a thing here. Amazing.
Yeah, but I guess no one really wants to go religion.
Well, Japan wanted to, but not anymore. Let's see in which team Mr. Jack is playing. Gotta put a power on them. We do have Jack playing for Forever Young, and that's actually one thing that I do wanna put up on the screen over here. So we do have the left team and the right team names. We do have on the left the COC. Showing up tonight with Muriel, with Noob, TaskForceFish, and Ben But Better. While on the right side we do have Forever Young, FY. Let's call them like this. Which are fielding tonight. Val with Roy, Vladimir, and JackTheRipper. Yeah, the city names, man, the city names.
By the way, it looks like Valanus is letting me down. He only built 2 campuses and the monument in the 3rd city, so I guess he will not see the discount build.
Not the triple discount build. Well, it is what it is, man. Going Magnus in Osaka here. I do see Val did need to defend against that Gallic unit, and now it's going away. He's gonna be pushed by Gran Colombia here a little bit. Oh my god, is he? Okay, well, I don't think that's actually gonna go anywhere unless we're gonna see 2 boats, 2 galleys coming off from Gran Colombia. I'm pretty sure Hungary here does see the city defense strength, so they should know there are galleys in the water from Gran Colombia, but they probably don't know. Oh, they do know. Wait, Japan does know. He doesn't know that he's on the same coast, but he does know about where Gran Colombia is positioned. Let me actually take a look on Val here. Yeah, he does know. Look at that. He knows. He knows about Gran Colombia's position. Is he not gonna build a boat? Uh-oh. Well, all Mule has to do is get these galleys right next to his opponent's city center and try to bonk him.
Yeah, it's also Gran Colombia, so he has 4 movement galleys, not 3.
Yeah.
He's very fast over there. Maybe Japan is underestimating. Like, honestly, they don't have gold to buy as well. Like, there's a real chance Tokyo will die.
Yes. Yes. There is a real chance Tokyo will die. It cannot be put easily under siege though, especially with the scout over there. But I guess it all depends if there will be some extra strength, and of course if they are, if Muriel is gonna show his hand. If not, like there are quite a few things that might happen.
Oh, he's hiding. He's waiting for a second.
Yes, he's waiting for the second one.
Okay, if Valanus keeps greeting here, I think Tokyo is dead for sure. Like, he's there in what? I think he can slam in 4 turns, right?
1, 2, 3. Wait,
Yeah, and 4.
sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What? No, he has 4 movement.
He has 4. Oh, right.
It's
I
Gran
was counting
Colombia.
3. Okay, Gran Colombia. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, true. That's so fast, by the way. So fast to get to Tokyo.
Yep.
And
it's easy to underestimate us. Like, I don't wanna trash talk Valanus here. Like, it happens to everyone. And the added movement of Gran Colombia, you're just not used to it.
yeah, for sure. Well, we do have on Cree, Ben starting to get his commercials down. He did go for religious settlements as a pantheon, and this is actually quite interesting. Him choosing this, I guess he did want to get more production towards the settlers here, and didn't want to spend that much gold on the early tiles. Now he's gonna use his traders to actually couple his cities. He did go for Liang first in his capital, not Magnus, and we do need to see how he's gonna try to get an army out, and also if Vietnam is gonna try to go against him, what Ottomans will do. Nobody's going for encampments yet. We do still need to wait for them to figure out exactly who's going against whom. We do have Vietnam also with fourth and the fifth settler, one going to the north, one going to the south somewhere. I'm actually quite curious where is he setting his waypoints. It looks like he did not set waypoints on either of these, so we can't really see beforehand where is he going. He does have a +4 campus, by the way, next to those turtle tiles if he wants to. And I do see his stun placement was only, it wasn't really triangle. It was more like a couple. And then we do have a government plaza between them. And now he did put down his commercial. And I see here a campus, a +3 campus and a +5 commercial. Not bad, not bad. But I guess we were expecting to see a lot more tons around that. We do have also Hungary with those 3 cities going for the commercials. In the first great merchant point, we do have the one that gives the free copy for a luxury resource, and I guess the faith is not going to be used by anybody here, but that is going to go through quite fast. Nobody's going to be incentivized to go for projects here, from what I do see. And I do have to point out, Ottomans and Japan are both actually making scientist points at the moment, while there's no scientist points coming up from the other side. When is this gonna happen? I'm very curious, by the way. Oh, Japan just got a galley. Okay, that's a tech over right there. Do you think it's gonna go down even with the 20 strength? I don't think so. I guess it's not enough strength on these. I'm pretty sure it's not enough strength on these galleys to take it down. I guess the more pressure coming out from Gran Colombia, it's gonna put Japan in a bit of a pickle here. He's getting out of the sea as a pantheon and getting the extra production from multiple resource tiles on the coast. Now he does have some pearl tiles over there that he could improve for extra luxury resource, and of course the galleys coming out, it's gonna allow him to deal with the Grand Colombian threat next to the city of Tokyo. Does Forge also work for naval units? Yes. Also, Ave Machiavelli, good evening, sir. Good evening, Vis Electra. Bonsoir, monsieur. Bienvenue, bienvenue. Those city names. Oh, right. You made that comment over there. What you're talking about? Propsters. Okay, justice for propster. Propster. I guess they're talking about Propi. I don't know who Propster is.
Yeah, Popstars, Poppy, yeah. Like,
Okay.
all of Jack's city names refer to Poppy.
Okay. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. No, I believe Demonar did give us a readout of about what happened last time. They didn't know about Cree to the northeast, and Propi just got Pikachu faced over there when he did find out about Cree to the northeast. But I guess, you know, choices were made. Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. Just me, I'm trying to get out of a cold over here. That's why my voice is a little bit how to say deep, and I'm talking through my nose. It is what it is. I do have to say I had the weirdest thing happen to me yesterday and today. Like when I was sleeping, I had no problem with my nose getting clogged up, but for some reason, like 20 minutes after I got up and I started moving around the house and got a coffee and got a tea and so on, my nose started to clog up, and I was like, what the f, bro? Like, how is this possible? Like, usually it's the other way around, you know, like whenever you're gonna be in bed, because of the position and so on, you're gonna get be more likely to have your nose clog up. I don't know, man. So weird. Anyway.
Well, maybe it's something about your breathing as well. Like when you're awake and conscious, like you usually breathe differently than when you're sleeping. So
Yeah,
like
I guess.
usually people are just bit more relaxed when they're sleeping and unconscious. So.
Yeah, you do breathe in more. You need more oxygen. You breathe more. Indeed. Oh well. I do notice there is an attack on Tokyo, and there is a Japanese galley coming up from the north that could double hit that galley and take it out. Gran Colombia bringing more galleys to the fight here. He's not going to give up on this attack, and I do have to say he only attacked with one last time. Now I don't think there's enough strength on both of these boats unless he actually starts. Is he gonna suicide this boat? He might actually just suicide the boat. Not really the best thing that he could do, but he might try it. I do see campus research projects coming out from Kyoto. He's probably going to want Zhangheng or even try to go for Hypatia afterwards. He did put his government plaza down on the iron tile, and I do see he's going to get that extra bonus towards his campuses. Hey, Project Cisco, we. Did I try garlic for the clock? No. But oh my god, man! I was with Deluxe Philip, Colo, with Soso and the boys over there, with also oh man, Archetype from Switzerland, and Deluxe Philip had one of those. I don't know how to call them. Even now, I don't know how to call them. Mint something really like beans, like this mint beans, and in a round case. They were so powerful, so much mint. It actually opened up everything. Whoa. It was like an explosion in my nose over there, just opening up every pathway. And I did try to get the same thing from Romania, but I couldn't. What I did get is something like Flu and Extreme, and they're like very big, very big things, something like this, which actually are also effective. We will take it down. Oh my god, man!
I think the city is dead. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's all up to the first move next turn, but yeah, it kind of looks like it's dead. If Gran Colombia is gonna have first moves, he might take it down. Oh man.
Yeah,
No.
there's another galley. Also, Noob is trying for Cardiff, and I think he's gonna fail.
With one point of attack over there on Cardiff, well, Cardiff is quite a big city over there. Getting the archers, getting the galleys going. Okay. Okay, so with our turn to 32, everybody did manage to get their golden ages. Okay, all good, all good. We do have them needing to actually pick up their points here. And we're going to need to see Miel going for a Penbrush and Voice Golden Age, 10 science and 21 culture, still on 3 cities. He's getting horses out, and he did manage to get his first commandant general. That's Manuel PR, going for the western center towards the city of Bogota and Bologna. He could actually take the city of Bologna quite easily, and that's a good city for him. Already built him, look at that, a campus and one of those libraries inside. He can pillage both, get a lot of gold from the mines, and also get the science back up. He's actually getting a few more boats to fight this war against Japan, not actually letting Japan go, which is the correct thing to do here. Noob 64 with 10 science and 17 culture. He did go for a Penbrush and Voice of his own on 4 cities, trying to get the 5th one, going against Cardiff over there with a few boats, which, as you've seen over there, he might not actually get. And we do need to see if there's going to be a first move here from Mule, and Tokyo goes down. Oh my god. And a boat from Japan goes down as well. The city is raised, and just right now Val is making Pikachu face. Oh no.
He even saved the galley and now has control over the chokes. Like, this is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, two galleys got taken out from Japan along with a city. The galley that just popped up in that city center, I think there was also a slinger in there. Oh my god, that's such a hit, such a hit on Japan here. We do have an Noob 64 with 29 gold a turn going for audience chamber. All of his cities, actually 5 cities right now, all of his cities are in the northern part. Only London is being put in the south here. And of course, we do have him on the same seas as Hungary. But as you can see, Hungary did not go for harbors. Usually, it's not really a big incentive for Hungary to go for harbors. Everybody wants those merchant points. Now we do have London with a God of War and Plunder. He's gonna get very quickly all of these admirals with already 6 great admiral points a turn. He's building more of those Royal Navy dockyards, and he might be the one cleaning up Japan. You can actually see Liverpool got placed on the east side, and we might actually see him try to get quite a few boats out. He's gonna get some admirals with free advantages over there, with a free melee unit, with a free quadrim, with maybe the fleet ability, and Rajendra Kola and so on. There are quite a few very, very good admirals that he could use to keep on pounding on Japan. Now, especially with the help of Gran Colombia over here, and this might slowly turn very, very wild for Japan. Wait, another city? Oh, that's Cardiff. He made it. He made it. That's a 6th city for Noob 64. And he has another city center to go for in the south here of London. I'm pretty sure he's going to be very happy just trying to get as many cities out as possible, as quickly as possible, going for Magnus internals. And I do see Moksha opening in the Manchester. Still has, has a 4th pop in Manchester. I'm actually curious. Does he not have? He does. He does have the campus to put down in on Pamukkale. I guess he's just keeping it at the moment, or doesn't have enough moves to go for it. Anyway, TaskForceFish, Gallic Empire, currency coming up in 3, still 3 cities, but he's going for his 4th and the 5th one. Actually, 5th one going towards Ottomans, while we do have the 4th one going towards the west side. Ancestral Hall coming up from him, going 6th actually, another settler going to the north. We got Temple of Artemis coming up in the city of Bravo, which is going to give him a decent bonus there with the extra food, extra housing, and some extra amenities. Very nice, very nice.
Ancestral Gaul.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's exactly what I wanted to come up with. Is it the correct way? He started Magnus, and he's going Liang.
Well, I mean, it remains to be seen how he wants to play that, but generally speaking, like, the main thing about Ancestral is actually you need to manage housing properly, which a lot of people forgot how to do that. And you actually need to build granaries. I know you hate it, but on Ancestral you usually have to do it.
Yeah, I know you have to do it.
Also, you may have to consider even building aqueducts or stuff like this, and to just have proper housing, which makes it kind of unpopular, unless the Civ has some natural housing. Like Cree obviously has a unique improvement which gives housing, or like Congo has like this amazing neighborhoods which gives endless housing for free pretty much, and stuff like this. Like if you're playing a Civ like this, Ancestral feels very natural, but on a Civ like Gaul, housing management is actually pretty problematic, so I'm surprised to see it's going for it. But it's very interesting, like I'm definitely watching that.
And I do want to wait and see if he's actually gonna wait to settle all of these cities before he's gonna finish Ancestral. Remember, Ancestral does give you a free builder whenever you settle a new city, so best thing to do is to wait for it, especially since it's only like few turns to go for here. We're gonna need to see if Fish is actually gonna have the patience to do so, or he doesn't put that much importance on that builder. I do want to also take a look what's going on Ben here. Ben with the Cree Empire, he's on Penbash and Voice Goldrich. He's getting a few more settlers. I see one going towards the east of Charlie, south of Mistahisipic, while he is getting another one from his capital city. Not sure where that is going. He did put the first park down next to Mikisivwachik, I think +3 happiness over there, and I do see that's the only city he actually has the happy citizens. We do have him getting some. Actually, look, I didn't see this one to the east of Akatakup. He's gonna have a 6th settler. Okay, 6th city. Very nice. We don't actually have a standing army from Ottomans here, and he is getting pushed by Cree. Cree will do a bit of damage, while Vladimir at the moment is totally ignoring that he needs to build an army. Nobody's putting down encampment, so maybe this is one of those strategies in which you think, oh, you know, I'm fine, I'm fine. Nobody's getting general points, guys. It's fine. Nobody's gonna come against it. This is free simming all around, guys. And then you know, 6 horses show up on your borders. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, well, but I mean, they see city strengths of each other, right? Like as long, and you can also see the military tab in the top. So,
Yeah,
like
true, true.
if you don't fall asleep for 5 turns, you can tell for sure if someone has an army or not. And like those guys both with like a 10 base city strengths, just two archers running around, they can chill.
Yep. Well, let's see what he's gonna do here. Val did lose a city to the pressure of Gran Colombia, while Gran Colombia did manage to get his fourth one down. We do have a fourth and a fifth settler coming up from Val here. Then I do see he started improving his cocoa tiles for a bit more gold. And we're gonna see on those tiles a bit more food when he's gonna get to feudalism. I do see he went for Magnus first into Pingala in the capital city. No Moksha here. It's gonna be quite slow for him to get his culture going. He's on 15 science and 15 culture, and I do see him with 22 gold per turn. Okay, interesting. We do have him with a lot of problems. I don't want to speak about all of the problems he has right now, honestly.
Like the GPT is just a double cocoa.
Yeah, just another cocoa. You gotta. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's a song popping into my head right now. You said the cocoa, and just the song popped into my head. It's all about whatever. Never mind. Let's go for next. Let's see. Roy coming up with Batriu, Vietnam Empire, Ben Bash and Voice Golden Age. A lot of cities, by the way. Vietnam is starting to seem quite good here. 2, 4, 6 cities for him. Getting another ton adjacency between his other districts, commercials from what I can see, and some campuses. He's on 18 science and 39 culture, and I do see him going for the audience chamber in the capital with the tons. Unfortunately, because he didn't get God of War and Plunder, he's not getting general points. That's something that I actually missed saying at the beginning. Tons do not generally by default general points. You do need to get the barracks in them, or try to get God of War and Plunder for that extra point that you're gonna get there. He can go and take out Granada, which is going to be quite defended from Cree. There's a mountain range between them. Quite an easy city state to go and take out, and I'm pretty sure that's why the horses are coming out from his city centers right now to try to take out Granada easy peasy. He's gonna probably need 3 to be safe, but maybe he can do it with 2 also. Vladimir, Pen Brush and Voice Golden Age, he's going for sailing, 39 science, by the way, from Ottomans, and 29 culture. He did manage to pump out a few horses. I do see one already to the north, another one coming out from Bursa next turn, and he is gonna get a city to the northeast of his capital. Okay, not bad. He did manage to push back the Cree units, and now Cree is gonna need to figure out exactly what he wants to do. At the moment, he's more preoccupied of moving Liang all over the place and placing those and building those parks over there. I gotta say, good tempo coming out from Vladimir, and 40 science, 30 culture at the beginning. We do have him Magnus internals with Pingala, and then Moksha coming up in Edirne. He will have a strong economy going, and I do see 69 production from him also. Actually, compared to a Pawn Maker to the north, you would think Cree would be a bit higher than this, but I guess city parks are not gonna cut it this time. Okay, JackTheRipper, Pen Bash and Voice Golden Age. He is on 5 cities, and wow, okay. We do have him going to the southwest over here. We do have him also with settlers coming up from his capital city. That's gonna be the 6th and the 7th settler. I think so, right? 6th and a 7th. That's a lot of cities for him, and I'm pretty sure England did discover what's going on here. Hungary is coastal with the capital. Still, Noob 64 is not gonna go really early for navy. Is not that high when it comes to science and culture. We do have him actually at the same science level as JackTheRipper. Okay, we do have God of Craftsman as a pantheon chosen by Hungary with an extra point of production on each of these improved strategic resource tiles, and I do see he's benefiting from quite a few of these improved horses. He did have an iron tile next to his capital, but he put down a commercial for it. And that's actually an interesting point that I want to see. Oh no, Vladimir, where did you go? Dun, dun, dun. Okay. He probably is actually double science. Didn't realize he's at 40. Yeah, yeah, very good. Very good from him. He did open campuses, yes. No time to learn, but maybe I'll finally play a first game in a year. Oh, there we go. We got new ones. New players showing up for CPL. Very nice, very nice. Actually, did you see, by the way, Justice, how many clans we have in the CCC?
I actually didn't look too much, no.
Yeah, we got 16 clans.
Yeah, I just randomly signed up with Hawk.
With
Because
Hawk?
they asked me.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't
okay.
know. Dash just asked me, and I was yeah, whatever, I can play.
Very nice, very nice. I mean,
So we
it's
will
all good.
see.
All good, all good.
Because like it's usually fun games, right?
Yep.
But it's good to see if people pay more interest to it. And like for viewerships, I'm sure there are the fanboys out there who love their special modes like monopolies and or like zombie defense or and stuff like this.
Yes.
Yes. We can have some fun modes once in a while, right? Like it doesn't always have to be like the competitive format.
But I don't know. I more see you on the Iron Man or something like that. You know, try to pull off one of those 10-hour big brain plays, and when you come out smoking, your brain is smoking. You know.
Well, yeah, personally, I'm more of the type of guy who pulls out the 10-hour games and refuses to CC, right?
Exactly, right?
But it doesn't mean that I kind of disregard the other game modes. Like once in a while, they're fun to play.
Okay, okay.
Like it's always about like even though I would agree that like my core personality is a very competitive one, once in a while you can just have fun, right?
True. Well, I'm gonna be trying to see as many games as possible during that weekend. Can't wait for the 3 weekend of action, 3 days of action there. Gonna be quite interesting. And I'm actually looking forward to see what they're gonna do in BBG for the update, man. I really hope we're gonna add some like inject some stability into the game.
I can tell that actually I took part into some tests from
Yep.
like Happy Feet.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we quite did some technical testing. So like he kind of like I can say that he really takes it to heart that there are performance problems. So he wants to make sure everything works fine on the next update.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I was so sad about the lack of testing that was being done this time around with so much time for BBG to develop. It felt like I don't know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it has to be said there obviously need to be guys that that are actually willing to sacrifice a couple of hours to test. Right?
Yeah, and not only just talk, you know.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I can just use the stream right now to like maybe you can give him a shout out or something. Like if there's anyone who is like idling in office work or something, doesn't really need a computer and can just tap into a game for an hour or something, I'm sure Happy Feet is like just let him know. All you have to do is pretty much just sit in a game for like half an hour or an hour, pretty much semi-AFK, just to test out and then send him the logs. It's pretty much all you have to do to test out the stuff.
Wait, who are you talking about? Happy Feet? Are you talking Fleshy Feeds, maybe?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I confused it. Yeah, this is his name.
Okay. Fleshy
I
Feeds.
just,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to let people know that it's usually a matter of actually having enough people wanting to test the stuff.
Oh,
Like
actually,
this is not necessarily about the developer, but you have to have players who actually testing, right?
Yeah, I agree. And this was, I'm sorry, I messed up the name there. Flashy Feeds over there, it's his name. I'm gonna give him a shout out when my timer ends up. Yeah, it's Flashy Feeds. Give me a second. Also, yes, you do need to test it out. That's one of the good things that were happening in the previous versions, and I don't know how it actually went overboard. But anyway, I don't want to. I would say I don't want to do name calling here. I just want to, I just want to reiterate that you need to do testing. You really need to do testing. And if you want to get involved in BBG and give your opinion and so on, do the tests. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad version for everybody, regardless of what you might think you can do. Anyway, we do have, by the way, Gran Colombia managing to take Bologna, and I do see more horses coming up from him. He's probably gonna go ahead and bully Hungary a little bit here to the west side, and that's gonna be a bit of pressure for Hungary to put the land units to defend himself on the east side. And I do see Jack already has some scouts that are trying to figure out, okay, when is this army coming against him? With Gran Colombia managing to get another city, he's also getting Warlords Throne as oh my god, this is just mere getting up for full-on war over here. He's not gonna give an inch to his opponent. He already got a city from an opponent, Tokyo. He's probably gonna go against the other ones also. Oh wait, did Roy not actually get I don't know. He got in, right? And everybody shift enter then. Okay, well, I guess we're waiting. Gober Dragon, yeah, is a nice city tank, +2 campus, freshwater and improved tiles indeed. That's actually very nice. And I think he already got the pillages on the mines. Yeah, there we go. He got like 2 mines worth of pillages. He didn't pillage the... Oh, okay. He didn't pillage the campus, which is quite surprising. We didn't have him pillage the campus.
I think it crashes again.
Yeah. Well, I guess we would have needed to relobby anyway, because the turn wasn't rolling over. Or was it? Also, Kimbo is asking if he's gonna finish his Korea game, then go to Diablo, or Diablo then Civ. Wait, you're playing Diablo? Is that the new Diablo? I know they were getting like a 4th version or something, right? The Diablo 4. I really didn't want to play the one that they got with the mobile version. It feels like kind of a ripoff.
It's currently in closed beta, or maybe even open beta, I don't know. But it's beta testing right now.
Oh, you're playing the good Diablo when they were actually doing Diablo. Okay. Do you not have phone? I do have phone. What I mean, Diablo 4 just came out. I mean, sure, but man, it's Blizzard, and it's Blizzard in 2023. They lost everything. They don't have any more manpower, brain power. Everything is so bad there. I mean, like if you compare it to Path of Exile is just like miles ahead in everything.
Well, I mean, I think that's unfair to state without even having seen the game, but yeah, I agree. Blizzard obviously lately screwed up a lot of stuff.
Lately? It's like for 5 years now.
Well, yeah, this is what I'm referring to lately. Like, I mean, in the 90s, obviously, I think it's fair to mention that, like, in the 90s and the early 2000s, like, when a game was from Blizzard, it was just the game.
Yeah, exactly, right? It was
Yeah,
the awesomeness game.
So yeah, I agree. Wizard went from the very top to the very bottom, kind of. But I think we still have to be fair enough here and give like Diablo a chance, like because like obviously there's some like shady stuff going on with monetization and etc. And Diablo Immortal was pretty horrible regarding that.
Oh my god,
But
I remember watching the streams with the whales and yeah, you can't beat the whales, man. If they put too much money, you can't beat the whales.
but I just want to point out that Diablo 4 can still be a good game. Like, so I just don't wanna block it out without even taking a look.
We got a lobby on another player. Give me a second so I can share you the links.
I join over your Steam.
Okay. Sure. Okay, there we go. I mean, did they make it still a mobile game, by the way? Is it like a cross between mobile and PC?
Diablo 4?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Like,
Okay,
like
it's just
Diablo 4
PC? Okay.
is full Diablo. Like I guess here and there you can see that there like that there's also a console port.
What is...
Just like,
Is
just
it on
like
the
for
Blizzard thing?
hmm?
Is it on the Battle.net menu, I guess? You get it from Battle.net? Let me open up Battle.net.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I haven't looked at it extensively. Like I just took like 1 or 2 YouTube review videos. This is all I know about the game.
Yeah, okay.
And like
I
from
mean, they
what
did...
I've heard, the game may actually be quite nice. It's just a question of the monetization around it will be that shady as other Blizzard games were lately.
yeah. Well, excuse me for confusing Diablo 4 with Immortal, but that's what they said, right? There was a platform at some point, like a few years ago, when they announced the new Diablo, and they said it's Diablo 4, and when it came out, it was Immortal, and they called it Immortal, right? They didn't specifically said it's 4, but I guess everybody was like, "What? Don't you have phones in your?" Oh my god, that was such a massive scene, by the way. What? Don't you have phones in your pocket, guys? And then everybody was like, "Boo!"
Diablo 3 launch was a catastrophe.
I know.
Actually, I wouldn't agree with that at all. Like the way Diablo 3 was released, it was actually tons of fun. Like, I mean, really, the weeks after release, like other than the technical issues, which is kind of always the thing with like these hyped games.
Yeah.
But this is not like Blizzard exclusive. Like every hype game obviously will have server problems. That's just the way it is. But other than that, I think release Diablo 3 was actually amazing. Like it was really,
The
it
game
was
was
really a
bad,
lot
though.
of fun, and
It was.
progression was really hard. Like finding a good item was really satisfying. But then all the auction house stuff came in, and only set itemization and stuff like this. But
I don't know, Ben. I think we had a totally different experience on Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was really bad compared to the games that were all around back then.
well, maybe I don't know.
Like if you directly compare it to Diablo 2, yeah, okay, sure, maybe better graphics, but when you don't have that much flexibility to spells and so on and so forth, it was like, what is this? Compared to Path of Exile, oh, wow, there's just not even comparison.
Well, yes, I agree, and as what Fifi is saying, it's certainly that kind of Diablo 4 has to claw its way back in because, like,
Yeah,
right
yeah, it
now,
needs to,
like,
it needs to, man.
Yeah, like right now, Path of Exile is definitely the way to go in action RPG, I guess. But to be fair, Path of Exile is also extremely complex, and like this is not necessarily everyone's taste, right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
it
really
is.
think
It is.
thousands. You kind of like similar to Civ, right? You kind of have to think thousands and thousands of hours into this game
Yeah,
to really know what's going on.
true, true. I agree. And know all of the combinations that work against so on classes and blah blah.
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
true.
so I guess for like all the guys out there who are like regularly work and just wanna have a couple of hours of fun or something, it's fair enough if the game is a bit more shallow. But it has just good graphics and is fun in general, right?
Yep. Well, we'll see when it comes out. I guess I'm gonna take a look at that also. In the meantime, we're getting back into the game here, and we're gonna need to see what's happening. I did manage to dip my feet, by the way, dip my toes into a new game that is around like Satisfactory, but not like Satisfactory. It's like basically like a combination between Satisfactory and Factorio. It's called Captain of Industry, and it's still in pre-release. It's an interesting game that puts you on an island which you need to develop and then expand to like get trades with other islands and so on and so forth. But you can't. I don't think you can build on other islands, or at least I'm not there yet. I was thinking, and this is something that I should start doing at some point, like getting some more of these videos on YouTube.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that much into the content creation thingy, but from what I've seen, like it's a lot easier on YouTube to diversify your content than
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
on Twitch, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure. That's why I'm saying YouTube and not Twitch. I'm actually very curious to see how Cree is gonna develop after this. He's definitely going to full on spam these city parks here. It doesn't look like he actually went for another one of these governors in his capital city, and he's gonna be on 6 cities soon. He's going for commercials. He is putting down a few of these campuses, but not really keeping up with Vladimir in the south. Vladimir was a bit faster on this. I guess he's gonna come back. Like looking at the position here, Ben first of all has a lot more jobs to work with. Second of all, he does have 2 more cities extra at the moment. I guess he's gonna have 1 extra because next turn we're gonna have another city coming up from Ottomans also to the north. And the biggest question is, will Hungary stop the attack of Gran Colombia while he's gonna need to manage to get a navy at the same time to defend against the noob? And I guess that's another question that we're gonna need to find out. Is noob gonna go full on crazy on the navy? Because at the moment it looks like he's not. He's not actually building any boats.
Yeah, Noob also settled on Japan coast.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Liverpool.
like other than the obvious trader benefit, like I mean, we saw Japan losing the second expand, which obviously was a huge blow. So
Yeah.
they may actually figure Japan being evil anyway and not invest that much, which may come back and bite them.
No,
But
I agree.
I kind of doubt that Noob can do everything at once. Like he cannot kill Japan and Hungary at the same time usually, right?
Yep. Also, let's see. Guza Kimbo is saying that he spent 10 years of his life playing Diablo and still haven't completed your Grail. Wow. Never played PoE. Well, you should try it out, man. You should try it out. PoE is definitely something that you should try it out.
I actually saw an interview with the lead developer of PoE. It's what is it called
No
Wilson
idea.
or something like that.
Yeah, no idea. Wow. What was this?
Yeah, more pauses. So I guess we can keep talking about PoE.
Did it pause for you? Because for me it just says like stream. Like,
Yes, it is paused.
oh, it is paused. Okay. Because I don't see a pause on my screen. I just see the screen froze. So what's the pause about? Who paused? This is so weird. This must be something like an information blockage somewhere that freezes all of the games or something. Actually, take a look at what's the game doing in behind the scenes here.
Yeah,
Really
a lot
curious.
of people disconnect. Yeah. So I guess it's lobby again.
Okay. Was this this wasn't during a rollover, right? Mid-turn? Okay.
Well, we just relobbied, right? And yeah.
Yeah.
So Jack reconnected, and it was unpaused, and then people started crashing. I don't know. Yeah, so regarding PoE, like, I thought it was pretty funny what he said. This is why I wanted to talk about it, because he was like, yeah, okay, like if they look at their data, like they have a lot of casual players who like play the campaign and stuff like this. But once a player gets to the map end game of PoE, like they own their soul. And I think this is a very funny way to look at it, right? Like because PoE just have like this kind of make your own endgame experience, which is really unique.
And so many combinations for so many things. Like from the beginning, you can do so many things, so many things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just playing the campaign is really just like, yeah, whatever. But like, unfortunately, I don't really have time anymore to play PoE.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, because as being said, it takes up so much time, and like I cannot really play this kind of game casually. Like if there's a new season, I either really go full in for a couple of weeks and like I know nothing else then, or I just don't play at all. And and I cannot really afford anymore to be like, okay, I just play 3 weeks for 16 hours a day on my computer now. So I just cannot do this anymore. But it was fun times.
This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You get like the biggest computer ever, and you just watch it, and you do Excel stuff on it, you know.
I mean, if a new season start, which is obviously also really cool on part of Excel, right? Like every 3 months or so, they have the new content within a new season. And it's kind of always a soft reset, right?
Yep. Okay, well, let's see. Everybody's getting in. Roy and Mule are joining, not joined yet.
Okay,
really weird,
we have
actually.
this peer-to-peer thingy coming up again. I will just ignore it.
What the oh yeah, no, it's fine. Rafi VDD wants to play Ludwig. Well, I guess we're gonna need to see when Ludwig is gonna come out and what are they gonna do with it. I can't wait to see them Zing come out in the official games. I can't wait to see them play it in the normal games, so to see what players are doing with it. Did we actually? We should have had quite a few games with him, right? What did it do? Let me take a look at the rank reporting here and see Ludwig. That's Ludwig. Okay. So first game with Ludwig, it that I see. Okay, 7. It got 7th place. In a team where it lost. 2, 4, 6, 7th place again. Team where it lost. Oh, by the way, everybody in, and we're just waiting for the fish to get going. Oh, Ludwig Access did manage to win an FFA with him. Ludwig, okay. And then we got 3 place. I see Pablo did manage to get the 3rd place with him. And the teamers again it lost. Sof actually went, wow, last. Reload simulator. Yeah, we got to the mid game here, and it looks like well, we're getting into the mid game. I don't think we're there yet. What was it? 38 or something? For some reason, the players are dropping. The lobby is just like full on dropping.
Yeah, I don't feel like positions in FFA tell you much about this though. Like it's obviously still Germany, and like if you look at the classic Germany, like Mr. Barbarossa, like
Yep.
there are always like mediocre or bad players who will make look Germany bad, but like I think everyone agrees on FreeSim, this guy is top tier. So like
Oh, yeah,
Ludwig
yeah.
will be no different. He can just sim even harder theoretically. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons we can't really have statistics, proper statistics in, I would say, in CPL. You don't really get anything out of them because there's way too much chaos when it comes to the games, and way too much RNG in the games.
well, also player quality, obviously,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
obviously a good thing, right? Like they are
Diversity, it's
kind
fine.
of
Yeah.
easy civs, and then they are complicated civs, and only very good players can make complicated civs really shine.
Yeah.
Like Vietnam is a perfect example, in my opinion. Like Vietnam can be one of the best civs in the game, but it can also be one of the worst civs in the game, depending on how you play it.
Okay, so they're doing the exact same things over here. They took out Bologna. I did so over there. Gaul is also moving to the south. He might actually try to double team Muhtesham with the help of Cree, which Cree is going to be on 6 cities. We're going to have Gaul on 5. And I did see him start to get his, how to say, swordsman out on the southeast. We do also notice Gran Colombia has quite a bit of an army over here to go against Hungary. He's on 3 horses with 3 archers and one of those commandant generals. He was building a few more. We got actually from the city of Cali another 2 coming up next turn. The one is in the city center right now, and one is in training, popping next turn. So he's going to be on 5 horses going against his opponent soon. I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't stop a little bit to pillage the campus, but I guess he did want to go against Hungary faster, and of course taking Bologna was a stepping stone into him moving into the Hungarian place. Now Hungary in the meantime is putting a lot of effort into getting his sim up, getting his units out, getting his builders with feudalism out, which will allow him to chop quite a bit, and we do need to see if he's gonna manage to do enough units to defend against what's happening. I'm pretty sure when this scout dies from Hungary, he's gonna be aware something is coming against him. If, of course, Bologna dying was not a beacon.
Well, yeah, this just needs
Yeah.
to be a beacon, but like a
Yeah.
guy kills a city-state next to you, you better get some classicals.
Well, I gotta say, 1038, it doesn't seem like a lot of them have science going on. A lot of culture. They did prefer to go for the culture rather than anything else. And of course, we are actually, okay, we're going. We are going, guys. Wow, one more turn. We actually managed to do one more turn. Nice. And we do have more builders coming out from England also. He's gonna get all of those with the feudalism, I believe, or I hope he's gonna get them. He's getting galleys on the east side. Okay, now we actually get to see what's going on. Magnus capital, by the way, for London. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chops. Actually, wait, more chops over here to the south. 3 more chops, 10 chops, 11 chops in the capital. That's going to be a lot of posts that he can output really quickly. Now, I'm a bit curious about the placement of the capital on Plaza, but I guess he didn't want to have a very strong Royal Navy dockyard, which he's probably going to make use of next in the next era. trying to get one of those I would say free inquiry golden ages. Now that he built all of his harbors, he's gonna need the science.
Also, Noob is notorious for always putting government plaza first thing. Like he doesn't
As
care
soon as
about the
possible.
Scuff Plaza setup at
Okay.
all.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure if he just placed it on 2-1 next to the mountain, it would have been a much better placement. But sure, okay, it is what it is now. It is
I
what it is.
totally agree, but this is just one of the trademarks of Noob. He doesn't care about the Scuff Plaza.
Okay, okay. Well, he's gonna have a very strong campus next to Manchester. That's gonna be a +4 between it and Pamukkale. Pamukkale is the one that gives the major adjacency bonuses to theater squares, campuses, and commercial districts. Very, very strong. We did have also Gaul go for Etemenanki from the city of Delta. That's actually very far in the front towards Ottomans there. And I do see more swordsmen are on the way. He's probably trying to prepare a possible defense. I wouldn't really think he's going to go on the offense here against his opponent. Hey, good afternoon, Linda. Welcome, welcome.
I think we never talked about city-states, by the way, and there are quite a few to mention.
Okay, so Samarkand, Bandar Brunei with Mogadishu coming up for the commercial bonuses. We got Anshan and Hattusa for science. Looks like Mohenjo-Daro with Ayutthaya will be the ones providing some culture. We got Volin, Lahore, and Granada for the military bonuses. While that's it actually, and there's no faith city-states. We don't have any industrial city-states here. Interesting. Okay, what did you want to mention? I guess Ayutthaya is a very big one that gives you the culture equal to 20% production of when finishing buildings. Very, very strong. We did have also Hungary managing to levy it, so he gets more envoys in there, and there's no easy way to kill that city.
Yeah, also Anshan is contested between Ben and Roy. So
Okay,
it's currently tied, but generally speaking, it's usually a pretty big thing. Like if and especially in a setup like this, like if one team can have both science city states, they usually this is usually game deciding. So I think it's always worth to have a look at that. What's happening there?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We're going to need to see. Hattusa at the moment is not a pocket city state. I thought initially it might be a pocket city state, but it's not. It looks like we do have Noob with 2 in there. Ben also has points in there, while of course the other team actually has 1. Yeah, 1 each, 1 envoy each. There's a bit more science on Forever Young's team than we have on COC, but I don't think that's actually that important at the moment. They're still putting down their cities. They're still figuring out exactly what they want to do with their sim, and of course getting their footing in the game. No, I didn't see yet any Colosseum enjoyers, even though Gaul might actually try to snipe one of those great engineers. Imhotep is the first one. And he might want to get it going. Now we're gonna see it very quickly if that actually happens over here. Okay, more of these swordsmen coming out and moving to the south. 15 turns for Temenaki to finish. He's also getting the extra culture coming up from a lot of mines over here. Interesting position for the city of Echo. He actually moved quite a bit to go to the southwest, and of course left himself another spot for a city between Echo and Delta. But he wanted to get that position in there.
Horrible though.
The in between one, yeah, it would have been a
Like 0 tiles to work. You don't want to have the city.
well. You would have gotten the honey coupled with the 1-3, both 2-2s. Okay.
You can also work this from Echo.
Kick, yes.
Like the city is just worthless.
And I see Fish is moving around his Liang for the parts, by the way.
He just started it, yeah. Like this this turn it's first city park there. Which confuses me, like I don't know why he went Magnus in a cap. Because he chopped like nothing with it. And like on Gaul the internal traders obviously also worthless as well, so I think that's just a mistake to have Magnus in a cap here. If he wants to go for the city perks.
Maybe he misclicked at the beginning?
Well, or it was a later decision, of course, but it still remains a mistake. Like if you put the governor, which it does nothing for you, or no matter the reasoning, I just say it's a mistake.
Okay. Yeah. Misclick. Misclick is still a mistake. We do have Bursa getting pyramids in 4 turns. That's gonna give that city 1 extra builder and of course 1 extra charge on all of the builders from then on. We do have Edirne also plugging in Moksha for some extra culture, and again Vladimir is doing quite fine when it comes to stats, 42 and 31. He's actually 49 and 42 right now. He's not actually protected that much from the west side, but he does have a few of those builders, feudalism builders coming out of his cities that will allow him to chop if he needs to units, while he does have the technology to actually go ahead and build strong ones or go for the technology that he needs to defend against his opponent here. Let's see what's happening here. This is the attack of Gran Colombia starting to unfold. We do not have yet from Hungary one of those generals, and it looks like he's not making great general points, nor is he putting down encampments. This will be quite a problem. Oh, wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, is this gonna be an all-in free inquiry golden age next time? Next era? I think so. But it's so far away. In the meantime, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you see the harbors coming out from Hungary?
Yeah, the infamous commercial into harbor.
Yeah. I mean, on one city is not that uncommon, especially in a Reina city, for example, with the doubling. Sure, that's not that uncommon. Going for all cities, it's not that common.
But I guess he kind of realized that Noob is on the sea, so he just needs the harbor for the admiral points, I would assume.
And yeah, and the goal to upgrade everything, and the science, if he goes to a free inquiry, he's gonna need the science to go for the bottom 3 to defend against Yaneros, and the top 3 to go for. I guess this is the only way. This is the way, right? This is the only way. The way.
Yeah, it's like initially it seems to be a bit strange, but he kind of does what he has to do, I guess. Like he definitely needs some harbors for the admirals to have a chance to defend caravels.
Yeah, well, it looks like Hungary did manage to chop his units and is making a line using the mountains to actually put up a defense here. He should be fine. Gran Colombia doesn't have that many units, but that's exactly why Gran Colombia was coming here. Try to put as much pressure on Hungary and force him to do an army, which usually does do the trick. Well, we'll see if Gran Colombia is going to be managing to take any, do enough damage here.
It also has to be said that Gran Colombia, quote-unquote, only has these 5 forces and a couple of archers. Like, if you look at Gran Colombia, he's just simming, like, he's chilling. This is really just like a poke the bear force.
Yeah.
He's not really looking to waste the city or anything. This is just a good pressure play by Well here. Oh, also, I see campus projects. Patia's up.
Yes, Japan is actually 3 turns away from getting it. Who was making projects? Who did you see making projects? No. Oh, he just chopped it. Kick. Wait, no. Oh, he's gonna get it next turn. He just chopped something in London. I don't know what he chopped in London. Maybe the campus he chopped in London? That's a +3. Let's see, London. England is on 5 out of 30. He's actually gonna be on what? 8 points. He might get it actually next time.
Yeah, it's close, but he could get it. Like it's usually around 10.
I'm watching this builder. You see, he has another builder with a stone chop that he could use to chop another project with, and he should be able to get it before Japan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough though. Let's see. He got it anyway with the project.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. So of course we do see Noob64 did jump up. We just saw Noob. He was on 20 science. He just jumped up to 46 science and 52 culture now. Noob64 is gonna ramp up his stats over here, and he has boats on the east side as well as he's going to need to get some boats in the south here. He did manage to recruit quite a few admirals, and he had the free reign on these admirals for some time. 23 great admiral points a turn. I do see Japan also making a few projects with 23 of his own. Next up we do have Zenki as the next great admiral, and did he get Rajendra? No, not yet. This is
no,
the
it's
first
still
one.
but it has to be said, Noop is natural 23 though. Like, it's one plunder wiki. Japan has a project this time.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Wait, no. Yeah, you're right. In the admiral script. Yeah, in the admiral script. You're right. Well, let's see if Hungary is gonna need to build more units here. I do notice Gran Colombia did manage to take out one of the horses of Hungary, and now we do see him trying to poke a little bit at the Hungarian city of something I don't want to mention. We do need to see if England is gonna put it under siege. Oh, kick W, man. Look at the English galleys. Okay, and Noob 64 110 mathematics. We do have also Hanno the navigator over there in the north. Now, Hungary is trying desperately to go for the harbor shipping project, so he gets an admiral. He's barely on one great admiral point at 10. Well, two of them because he got another city there. Oh well. Something I know. Yeah, it's 440 EST. Oh yeah. We are indeed Machiavelli. Well, it kind of depends on what your sleep schedule is, because mine is totally different than, I guess, my time zone. I think I'm more on the Eastern US time zone than I'm on my time zone. We gotta do what we gotta do. We do have also Gran Colombia with quite a few chops available for him. He got a lot of these feudalism builders, and now he's positioning them on the chops, actually chopping a few more builders at the same time. On the east side, he has been pushing a little bit Japan back, and I do see Okayama has been settled wow, by Japan again, next to that city that it lost the last time. And I do see harbor shipping projects coming up from Kyoto also. I guess Rajendra Kola is going to be the next one, and Japan definitely wants it. Now we do need to see if Noob is going to get the projects fast enough while he is. Yeah, he's putting projects right now in London and Manchester. Did he just chop one from Liverpool? I think he did. No, he didn't. I don't know what he chopped, but he was putting. He lost a. I saw production going up there. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, but I once again want to point out, Noob has 25 natural points anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he does. So he's like 3 turns plus a project away from getting it anyway. But Japan. Oh, he's 3 turns away from getting harbor shipping. He's never gonna get it. What? GG? They're not even gonna try this? I mean, where is Vietnam coming into this? Where is Mukdeshan coming into this? Did they? Oh my god, no, don't tell me again Jack was screaming in the chat. Oh no. It happened. It looks like COC managed to get the pressure on their opponents over there properly. They did manage to push at the right time, and Mir with his armies was right on the doorstep of Hungary. We did have an upcoming fleet coming up from Noob. He was getting getting the drop on Japan at the beginning of the game. Mir did manage to do the damage against that city center. Wow, that was awesome. Coming up here, we do have, wow, we do have quite a bit. Quite a bit. Whoa.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess the one Hungary city seems to be pretty dead actually.
Yeah, that's
I don't
dead.
know if this is really the like. Yeah, Jack is not gonna be... Like, Jack will lose stuff, but Mujashim is actually in a pretty good position. Vietnam is scaling up.
Let's go post game 1 and see what they have to say. Let's go.
We don't close with Vietnam, so we can't trade early enough to make some gold. And I think Noob has got spawn. as I see from his stats.
Really? Not really, to be honest.
GG, well played.
The skills helps, but oh,
GG.
that's fun. Only one
Yeah,
turtle.
Yeah, and also very hard to play when Jack from first turn on the second map just asking me while we remapping, and
Oh
it
yeah, why
goes.
did you guys remap?
I mean, we saw that Japan has neighbor from left hand, and I don't have enough place. I have place for 3 or 4 cities, and Colombia can IRL both me and Japan. That,
Yeah,
that
it's a
was
good
the
point.
reasons. But second map was much worse than first. So hard to play second map, guys. But anyway, well played.
Man, I gotta say, you nailed it with the remap on the first one. Ben had like 6 tiles or 8 tiles of improvements because of a forest fire. He lost pop. He didn't want to use his technical remap. And oh my god, that land, bro. That land was awesome.
Okay. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, how did you feel, Ben, in the first map when you remapped?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, losing all of those
Great about the
fertility.
first map. I mean, I have a technical from the forest fire, but I only lose one turn. Like I immediately go back to 2 pop,
Yeah,
and I get. I think it was 8 tiles affected by forest fire. So
I know.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
was pretty good.
GG, goodbye.
GG,
Bye,
man.
GG.
Goodbye, good game.
Fish, I would like to ask you about Ancestral. Is this just a Liang adaptation, or what's the reasoning behind it?
Yes. Look at how much space that there is, right? Like, and Japan's not really gonna go more than 5 cities here, max. Like after he lost that city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Like, I was
I don't
always
know.
just wondering, like, like I'm a big Ancestral fan, but like Gaul has kind of no natural housing. So, did you think about this, or do they just like, okay, I have space, I want to rotate Liang around?
Well, like you don't. Of course, housing is lovely, but Gaul can get really high production without a lot of housing, right? And the Liang rotation will give him some housing and good stats, I think. Like, I think turn 70, I'm really gonna be powerful here. And that's what, like, I'm not really under threat at all here. So I can really sim up to, I don't know. I mean, I made a few misplays. Like, I shouldn't have purchased a builder, for instance. Like, and originally my setup was gonna be more on the north side rather than the south side, but we were
But
kind of strapped on gold.
okay, another question. Did you think about Casa here?
About what?
Casa de Concentration, like you have insane split.
Oh yeah. As soon as I loaded in, I was gonna do Casa, probably on the hill next to Alpha, like by the government plaza.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful simming spawn for you. Like it's not necessarily the best, like land is a bit flat, but like personally I love spawns like this, and I just think it's very interesting that we see the ancestral Liang Bayou.
Well, the near future was gonna be Coliseum with the engineer in Charlie. Do you see the pin? If you're still in it's still in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was
We saw that.
gonna put Coliseum there. I was gonna settle one next to it after Coliseum, right? Like I was gonna settle right next to the Coliseum and then down south in the desert.
Oh, the
Like-
useless city. I was.
Yeah, it was gonna be a non-useless city because it was gonna be Coliseum range, and there's a Desert Storm over there too. That makes it actually okay.
Oh
And
yeah.
then on turn, what would be 12 turns from now, so turn 57, I'd get my Pantheon, and it would be Lady of Reeds and Marshes, which affects my cap and North City and Delta as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. I think it was gonna be really strong sim here.
Yeah, it's really slow but really strong. I like the adaptations. I just wanted to talk about it because it's like pretty much the only interesting thing in the game, to be
Oh
honest.
yeah. I mean,
we were wondering about the Magnus opening also.
so originally I
Hey
was
guys, I'm
gonna
gonna go play another game. Sorry, GG.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
not much
GG,
to
GG,
analyze
well played.
for me.
Yeah.
GG Ben.
I was gonna chop out more settlers, some alpha, and yeah, and I could chop like the third ring, right? There's some more chops there. There's some chops next to Turvana now that I can get Magnus value out of. I was gonna chop the stone across the water because I don't really need the stone there. So I was gonna get a lot of value from that, I think. And then the second promote, like here's what's debatable, right? Is the surplus logistics in this spawn. Like, I knew I wanted to go Liang 3, and I knew I wanted I knew I wanted Magnus. But it's like the extra promo in Magnus, I think it's worth it because it let Bravo grow enough to build the settler to go north, as well as get like pop 7 now. It's got Artemis. Like I think I had to go surplus logistics to get all that growth and production going.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's all right. But maybe it's better if I went, because I'm gonna get another government title pretty soon. Well, I've got one right now actually on this turn. So like if I didn't go surplus logistics around now, I would have like a Moksha 2, maybe.
Yeah.
So like 5 extra culture at this point versus like from 20 turns ago when I had the Magnus Internal Trader going. Like that probably is stronger. I think. Again, I've been doing this for so many years, but I can still struggle with like what's the better decision, because you only go through these situations once, right?
Yeah.
Like with your particular spawn. But I think it was the right call to do that. The only thing was that we got some gold huts, and I purchased a builder that only improved to stone. Like, and then I was waiting to chop. Like, I chopped the tile they opened them on, but it was kind of idle too long, and we could have purchased some tiles that were more useful elsewhere.
Yeah, it also depends a lot how strong a cap actually is, right? Like provision is only worth if you do like at least 4, maybe 5 settlers from the cap, and therefore it has to be very strong.
Yeah, and it was gonna be provisions are. Oh, not provision. No. So I went surplus logistics for the trader. Yeah, but I mean, oh yeah, there's probably an argument for provision.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just wondering, like, actually on Ancestral I've been trying to go triple Yang into triple Magnus. If I have really giga cap, it's actually bonkers. Like, you just go triple Yang first and put the pack down, and you kind of immediately have it like around 33-ish. Like if you have some decent culture, like you can.
I think it's good if you do that only if your capital doesn't have a lot of food. Like, so in this case, right, there are two reasons why I didn't want to go provision ever. Like the food, I have like the 4 food tile, the 4-1, and the bananas, which will be 4-1 too eventually, or 4-2. It'll actually, yeah. That means I'll have enough growth to keep resupplying after a settler pops. So it's not like super essential. And then also the movement. Like 1 extra movement on the settler popping from alpha, it doesn't actually speed me up too much, right? Because going south, you just go 2 tiles down, and then like you save 1 turn maybe. When I like to have provision save me like 2 to 3 minimum turns for it to be worth it for future settles. And if you went north, right, you're gonna be stuck. And Bravo, there's a point where you only save 1 turn. Yeah, I don't think it's a lot of value with this terrain for provision.
Yeah, or no, not on this specific case. Like I'm just talking about like prototype thinking here. Like my personal sim fantasy is triple Young into triple Magnus.
Totally.
If I can.
I go for it too if I see it, but like maybe if the English channel isn't here,
I
then
guess
I go.
especially with something stupid like Artemis cap or something, and then you just go bonkers and 2 turn just 10 settlers from the cap.
Yep.
It's really beautiful ancestral play then, yeah.
I do have a question for you from the stream. Can you rate your first spawn if you remember it?
Oh, it was okay. Like I had +6 Opidums, but those are only +6 after I improved the stone, so it's a little bit slow. And then also I didn't know which coast I needed to avoid, right?
Yeah.
Like, because we met Japan, but I can't remember. if the Japan was like my west or my east, because one of those coasts I didn't really want to fight him on. But I guess we were gonna have Colombia attack Japan, so
Yeah.
maybe a double team was worth it. But yeah, it seemed a bit meh, like mediocre. We weren't really keeping my spawn like we weren't rating my spawn as like super high there. It was good enough to play, you know? But and it was good once it got going. Like turn 25 in that spawn is good. Like early game it's a little bit slow.
Yeah, you also moved on the
Yeah.
Tutudia just to open up the +6 epidem, right? Like this is
Exactly,
essentially a
yeah.
lost turn.
Exactly, last turn, so a little bit slower. And then I would settle north. I would settle south. There was like a good 2-3 fur on that spawn. So yeah, I was happy. I was happy with it. But like it's not amazing. We kept it for Ben's spawn. It was really strong, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
You-
especially
And
with
also,
the
and
Japanese
Noob's
fur.
spawn was really strong too. I think Noob had a really good tempo.
In the first game? No, not
Did he have
really.
a
I mean, the first two cities would have been nice, but then he had desert northeast and then mountains southwest.
Yes.
Well, what we saw, it was good, right? Like
yeah,
Noob was really
yeah.
happy.
This
So-
one though, this Pamukkale second settle spawn with so much coast to go for, it was much better overall.
Yep. Looks good.
Yep.
Like we were happy with it. Again, it could have been slightly better from. I think he was limited on what tiles he could buy. Partially because we bought I think we bought 2 Cree scouts, we bought a Colombia scout. We bought a Colombia scout first, then we bought 2 Cree scouts, I think, and then we bought my builder. And I think the builder's overkill, right? Like we're needing to keep the rest of the gold for tiles at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, maybe like we buy trader for Cree, and then I don't know. Maybe that's slightly more efficient.
Well, maybe one more thing, like if you're not the knight yet. What Michael and I have been talking about earlier on stream, like on kind of changing up the meta, because like with all the Liang and kind of ancestral options opening up a little bit, which you kind of represent here right now. Do you have any general thoughts on that? Like the game getting a bit slower again?
Just as long as we make sure that like it's always viable to do a rush strategy. So like I like the change at the walls, right? Because people that go horse rush into their opponent, your opponent shouldn't be able to just build walls and then, you know, your push is ended. Like we have to make sure that we keep that balance where there's the good greedy options of like going Liang Ancestral, I'd say is probably the greediest now. Versus someone that like sees an opportunity and goes for it, like, and can punish that, you know.
Yes, I completely agree, because like none of the other guys, none of the other things been touched, right? Like you can still just go Moksha Pingala, 5 cities into Night Push or something and punish the guy.
Because if you go Moksha first and you have like a reasonable tempo game, right, you should be able to punish someone that has like went early districts. Maybe they've went Liang 3. Maybe so they're delaying their classical. Maybe they're delaying their classical improvements. Like that's the key here. We have to find the right numbers on the classical units, and I think 7 iron swords is pretty good for everything. The things that break that, like make it too oppressive or too easy to defend or too hard to defend, right? Like the unique units being 5. Like with the Congo unit, that's been really oppressive lately. Maybe that's still too oppressive. I mean, you know, we see Congo killing people a lot, but we're seeing it a little bit less now that it's 7 iron. It's just hard to say because it's the mobility of them that are really crushing it.
Yeah,
well, we
but,
just saw it a few days ago. Somebody just destroyed Propi, right?
Oh yeah. But that's a different a little bit different case, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because he went 6 cities. Well, he went like the full creed. Trying
yeah,
to get
yeah,
golden.
yeah. He did, and he lost Golden, and then it spiraled out of control there. But yeah,
Yes, like I mean, to be fair, other than like what is it on Congo? +2 or +3 over normal swordsman? Like other than this, he only has like quote unquote only the mobility, right?
It's yep.
and
It's
it's hard
mobility.
to counter them because you can't spam those archers to attack them back, right? They're useless. They just get promotions out of that.
Oh yeah, but I'm just making the point that all of this is kind of only offensive abilities. Like if you actually want to push a Congo with horses or something, the vendors are not necessarily better on defense than any other guy. So I think this is kind of to people being annoyed by Congo being an active player, and I think this is totally fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think it doesn't need to be changed anymore. The outrage that I had with it was that you had unique units like the Immortal or the Legion, like that were 7 iron and whatnot, or like we agreed they were like too oppressive. But then you had the unique Congo unit that was doing the same thing even better,
Yeah.
and yet there was no action on it. That's the thing. Like either have some consistency, like either have all of the unique units be half iron or make them all 7 iron. Like don't have a special case for Congo, because Congo sims better than Persia in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Prism Congo is amazing.
You can high roll better, I think. It's probably a similar kind of sim. I mean, I'm not like the best simmer to ask, but I'd say it's very, very similar sim on a free sim Congo versus Persia.
If you do get like 2 extra relics versus the ones you get, it's just so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
high
strong.
roll.
One day I will bring up the Congo archaeologist shopping mall culture victory.
Well, this is where I find it's very interesting with the new Civ Ludwig. Like, I like having a unique style of culture win.
Yes, it's so weird. This can completely break the meta, right? Like, I really hope BBG doesn't save it, because I have no idea if it's actually good, but it's so interesting.
That's it. We have to they have to find the right balance of that where it's still viable. You don't want to kill it, because it is very interesting, I think. And I'd like to see more takes on it, like with archaeologists, like Congo may be an adjustment of like giving them something more to go on with the archaeologists. Because right now it's just you kind of do it just to get better production and food, like better tempo, but it doesn't feel like you're doing it for the culture victory itself.
Honestly, I've been telling it like under the gun and Paul for like half a year now, and they totally still believe it's the case. Like, shopping malls is a complete culture victory sleeper. Like, this is 6 tourism per building, and with a stuff like Congo where you have a free neighborhood, it's so good. Like, you can have consistently 3,000 tourism plus 1090. This is a complete sleeper.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think it needs to be increased a bit? Like, just make it +8? I don't know.
No, I'm totally happy if everyone is sleeping on it. The thing is just like, if I tell people I will go culture victory on Congo, I get laughed at. Like, my team never allows it for me to do it like this.
I mean, this happened to Asticos when he was saying, "Oh, guys, I pick Ublechena, I win game." And then it happened.
I'm completely convinced that Congo culture victory is a very, very real thing. Like, it doesn't need to be increased at all. Like, people are just sleeping on it.
But the problem is, right, that you need the food market first, right, before you have the shopping center.
No, it's actually mutually exclusive. You can only build one or the other.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like it's also it's on capitalism. So,
yes. Cannot be built in the same district.
People just usually ignore capitalism for some reason. I personally believe if you're a backliner, capitalism, like I sometimes even go capitalism before democracy because it's so good. But maybe that's just me. But same thing here. Like people for some reason just dislike it and don't use it. This doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be buffed. I think Civ still has just some things which people look over, which is a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. No, I'm actually more intrigued by this now. I mean, what does this give you that much tourism though, right? Like you'd have what? How many neighborhoods is Congo? Like maybe 6?
At least one in every city, and you can build as much as you want. Like, but you can only have one shopping mall though. Like even if you build multiple neighborhoods, you can only have one shopping mall per city.
Oh, okay, per city. Okay.
But I mean, it's really still a lot. Like people, I think people are so used to the walk band thingy. Like, and the only other cases like Bull Moose or Canada on national
Parks,
parks.
yeah.
But this is another way of just consistent tourism, where you can just go shopping malls or like sea resorts are not used at all, which I also think in some cases can actually be really big. But,
Which can?
the seaside resorts
Oh right, yeah.
can actually produce a lot of tourism in the right place as well. Like just the consistent tourism is the thing people just look over because they're so used to walk bands.
I mean, there's also the reduced cost biosphere from the last patch. So
Yeah,
maybe
actually, Under the Gun and me have a little competition going on the biosphere thingy. Like whoever gets an FFA win with that first, because it's really so hard to pull off. Because it's you have to have so high stats in culture and science to actually pull this off. It's usually just too expensive to go for it.
Yeah, the problem is, right, that it's bottom tree versus top tree. Like if this came at top tree, then it's totally viable, right? Like you don't have to tech all the way to synthetic materials as well as what's it called, computers.
Well, I mean, you can easily get computers with the scientists and ignore the
Yes,
top
that's
part.
true, huh? But then you still want the top tree for a more efficient sim and your broadcast centers, and I don't know, flight.
Hey guys, I'm gonna close it here. They're gonna keep on talking over there about different things, and of course, I don't want to disrupt them. I do want to thank everybody for joining, and of course, I do want to thank you for the follows, for the subs, for everything. Thank you so much, guys, for the BDs, and I do hope we're gonna see each other tomorrow. We do have Frederico de la Vega going against SPA, Société Protectrice des Animaux, I believe. And hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little better with my voice and everything. If you want to take a look at my schedule, always check it out on Discord. I do try to keep it updated as much as possible on Twitch as well, but the faster updates I do on Discord. That's going to mention my Discord here in the chat, and you're going to get an invite towards my Discord server. Next week we're gonna have the CCC, the Clan Championship Cup, and I do hope we're gonna have some awesome times over there with a lot of different content, a lot of fun games, so that we do need to see. Have a good evening, everybody, and I do hope, and if you are coming up from YouTube, don't forget to throw this thumbs up, and we're gonna see each other, and I hope we're gonna see each other on the live stream on twitch.tv/OnSpotTV. Bye.